plant the seed in a local band's big dream. Axe is ready in my hand. I feel the scream, the heartache of a teen. Check this microphone, we'll take a stand.
And we live.
Oh boy, we live.
Yeah! Do we have to get it? Okay, Dancer, I thought you're awake now. Hello, everybody. Welcome back.
Yeah, BGM seems a bit high. Like, it's loud to me.
Oh, I was...
I would tick it down once or twice more. Chat, how's it sounding to you? What about you, Dancing Red Sox? Yeah, that sounds better.
Just checking everything is ready, and let's go.
Yeah.
So, back to another episode of Roommates. Man, we had quite a journey here, didn't we?
Yeah.
Last episode
Had some fun stuff. By the way, so little about my day. I had a pretty good day. I got stabbed. By which I mean, I allowed myself to get stabbed. I got my first vaccine today.
Oh, right. I forgot. I was like, wait, why? I was like, why is he saying? Oh, right, because my mic is still far.
Yeah.
Now it's there.
Oh, yeah. So, got my first vaccine today. Arms sore, feeling great otherwise. But on my way back from getting my vaccine, I decided to stop by Burger King because we've been talking about the Impossible Burger and whatnot, and just since Sally, is that her name? I'm blanking on her name. I feel bad.
Yeah,
the blonde
Sally.
who's vegan. Okay, it is Sally. Cool. Yeah. So I decided to get an Impossible Whopper, and so I don't go to Burger King very often. I think as far as fast food stuff goes, they're fine. Just not my go-to fast food place.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if you were to give me that burger and say, Joel, this is a burger, enjoy, I would eat that burger and I would say, yeah, you just fed me a normal burger. It tasted like a normal burger. So yeah, it's not the best burger I've ever had, but I'm not going to expect the best burger I've ever had from Burger King. And I don't have Burger King enough to really peg the exact taste to say, oh, I can tell the difference from a normal Whopper. But just in the spectrum of fast food burgers, that was a perfectly serviceable fast food burger. And I'm all for just saying, let's be more, well, one, it's more economically efficient at scale to do Impossible meat than to do animal meat. Like I said previously, animal ethics completely and utterly aside, at scale, Impossible Burgers are cheaper, more economical. So capitalistically, it's better. Plus, it's better for the environment. Plus, you're not killing animals. In the words of Bruce Banner, I see this as an absolute win.
Bless.
So yeah, let's get Impossible meat out there. Let's make this stuff mainstream. No starting new game. I've enjoyed the game and I like where we are. So yeah, let's continue.
It was Thursday, Tuesday, Saturday.
Yeah. It was some day. Whatever. Let's continue.
It was a day.
It was a day. It was a day ending in Y.
Alright, anyways. A quick change later, I head out to the porch with Isabella. Oh my gosh, he's a zombie.
Oh, that's right. It's Halloween.
Yep, it's the Halloween special on March.
Close enough.
This is actually...
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, these are some pretty good effects, to be honest. Especially the arm rip.
Yeah, that's, I have to assume, very good makeup.
Yeah. Anyways, well, of course!
Should have seen this coming. All right, now where was Isabella's voice? Isabella's voice is a little bit sassy. I think it was somewhere up here. Yeah. Hey, nice. I always knew you were brain dead. Didn't think the rest was dead, too. Ouch!
Oh, bite me. Please preferably up in my room for the next couple hours. Oh,
Jeez, these two...
We just started and...
No,
oh, my God.
Yeah, just... To use a phrase I don't use often, these two are horny on main.
These guys are horny on main.
Anyways,
Yeah, you're looking damn fine, babe.
you don't have to tell me, hot stuff.
Isn't it technically cold considering... whatever.
Now, if only the others would show up, we could get going.
Is this his thriller?
As called, I am here.
Oh, God.
Oh, you dog, you. No, wolf, Isabella. I am a wolf. It's a saying, Rakesh.
You look good, Rakesh. How long did that take?
Not long, though the glue I rolled in itches. I'm not sure what kind of fur this is either.
Uh-oh.
Well, you should know. You bought it.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's safe for your skin. Oh man, this
Surprise!
this
He
gives me,
actually
cosplay
glued like.
flashbacks, like bad.
Surprise! He actually glued on, like $10,000 mink fur.
God, if he did. I hope he didn't use Gorilla Glue. Oh no, that's
Topical.
Oh jeez. Yeah, that would hurt. Anyways, that's terrible, Rakesh. But for now, you look great. So who cares? Again, I'm gonna say him mentioning like I don't even know what this material is giving me like cosplay flashbacks. Like, oh man, when I didn't know a damn thing, I just went with what looked like it, and man, did I pay for it. Thankfully, nothing,
oh dear.
nothing too bad. It's just more of, hey, this glove is like big enough, and it should be fine. It dehydrated my entire arm.
Oh dear.
Yeah, that's what I get for using a rubber glove in hot weather. All day.
Oof.
Anyways. Who else is coming?
I think you'll like this spell.
Isabel leans close to me. I like it already.
Say it with me. Bippity, boppity, copyright infringement. Boo?
She looks so cute! She has that, for some reason, I don't know. I know it's just supposed to be like a wizard or witch, but I feel like her design looks oddly familiar.
It looks like something out of Konosuba.
Yeah.
Also, it just looks like a generic, midriff showing witch.
Now
as you
I
do.
know I like this spell. Like, goddammit, you just
Also,
had to
I'm really
ruin it.
surprised they could get away with that. That isn't. I'm pretty sure Bippity Boppity Boo is copyright Disney. I could be wrong, though.
Okay,
You're never gonna get a scare like that, hun. Come on, you gotta sell it.
definitely, because whatever you're selling, I'm buying. Between the two of you, I'm gonna run out of cash.
I'd be happy to bleed you dry later, hot stuff.
God damn, he's such horn.
Your costume looks good too, Max.
Thanks.
Basically, so I'm basically playing Anne as a combination of Yuki Nagato and Mikuru Asahina. You know Haruhi, right?
Yeah. Oh, dude, I've only watched the first season.
Okay, well then you still know. But basically, I'm playing her. I really see Anne as Mikuru's demeanor and innocence with Nagato's volume sensibilities.
Yeah, and just saying, I also did watch Dojanopolis. Not plugging anything.
Certainly not. And I'm certainly not plugging the fact that we're doing Haruhi Suzumiya's Endless Eighta's radio drama next weekend, March 20th at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. No, not plugging that at all.
Oh, indeed. Anyways, that it does make sense considering Anne is a very quiet person, but also a bookworm, and also shy, which definitely feels like a good combination of the two. The only difference is that one is not a should I say that spoiler or not?
Well, let's just keep going.
Okay, let's go. Is that it? Any other surprises for me? Where's Sally? Oh.
This is it. Dominic's hanging back to hand out candy if anyone comes by. Sally's gone to hand out pamphlets to where you can compost your pumpkins. Girl knows how to party.
Oh, that's awfully nice for her to do that, at least. Getting rid of those pumpkins, properly. Anyways, then let's get going. So it's just gonna be 4 people. With these fine ladies in tow, I'm definitely looking forward to this. Together we make our way down to the party site, another house on campus. 10 minutes later, just in time, we're staring at an incredibly well-decorated house. It's just the same house, but mirrored.
It's just mirrored. This was a cost-cutting measure.
Yes. I feel like there's a joke from that Deadpool movie, but I don't know what it was. Anyways, whoever did the decorating really went all out. Yes, it is so well you can't even see it. Here, let me put a decoration you can't see.
Da 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 da. I assume that's what you're doing.
Yeah, the decoration is everywhere.
Good.
You just can't see it.
Good, because I actually can't see it on my screen.
Anyways. Alright, 10 minutes later, whoever did the decoration went all out. The whole place looks covered in cobwebs. I can even see some of the cats that look like ghosts in some of the windows. Who the heck is this kid?
Oh my god, this is just generic nerdy anime dude.
It's like that generic guy that was in the Colonel Sanders dating sim.
Dating sim, yeah. Welcome to you, our most esteemed guests of honor. I presume you are the inspectors we sent for?
Huh?
You may call me Butler. We rang some constables to solve the ghastly murder in our quaint dormitory. I thought you were they. No? Well, please come in.
I feel like they were trying to do a party version of Clue.
Yeah. And that we're expecting someone who's, like, in on the role play bit and have been mistaken for them. But luckily, at the very least, this person seems to have gotten the clue that we are not them.
That's kind of sus. And it was the butler who did it. Anyways, looking at the other roomies who appear
It's always the butler.
Who all appear just to be as confused as I am. I don't know why he's talking that way, but he enters through the front door and gestures us to enter as well.
I heard it was a theme party. I didn't know it was going to be like this.
Yeah, as long as I'm with you ladies, I'll play with whatever weird stuff is they want to throw in my way.
This way, please. Do mind the corpse.
Sorry. Had to talk to somebody. Okay, anyways.
Mine's
Before Rakesh
Oh yeah, we are recycling backgrounds, baby.
Oh yeah! Budget! Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Okay. Before Rakesh can finish, we've all entered and are staring at the bloody corpse in the middle of the hall. There are about 10 other people here with us. Some of us other talking amongst themselves about the body. It's actually really well done. Looks very believable. But what if it's actually dead and it suddenly turned into a mystery dating sim like Nicole?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind that. Oh my god, it's actually Clue.
Poor.
1 second. Okay.
Wait.
Hold on.
Wait, what did you say?
This is actually Clue.
Oh my gosh.
Mr. Body. That is the person in Clue who dies. So that means that this is Wadsworth. And keep in mind, RJ, I played Wadsworth in our radio drama presentation of the film Clue.
Bye.
So give me a minute. I now need to change his accent that I had in playing the dweeby one. But since we're calling like actual Clue here, give me a minute. I need to relocate my Tim Curry accent. It was somewhere up here.
Oh,
here.
Mario's going, do the voice.
Yes, of course I'm going to do the voice. Let's see here. I didn't have a centering line for Mr. Body, or rather for Wadsworth. They were accused of being communists. Okay, I believe I have where we are, yes.
Oh my god.
Poor Mr. Body. He owns this building. Well, owned. He donated a rather large sum to the college, apparently on behalf of a student he had a particular fondness for.
Oh my.
Actually, it's rather odd. And but he had been filling out these cards which he sent me out. That's not proper grammar. They have your names on them.
Butler hands everyone in the room with a card with their name on it, and Mario goes, "This scene just got that much better. We didn't expect this, but now we have Clue in here now."
Yeah, we're actually just reenacting Clue. All right, get the radio drama cast back in here, Mario.
Dude, you do a radio drama of Clue. Maybe you should.
No, we did.
Oh,
we
right,
did.
You did. I forgot
No,
that.
that's what I was saying. That I was literally the butler in Clue.
God, I forgot.
When we did Clue, that was my role.
God, how many radio dramas did you guys do? Holy crap.
Well, actually, the 1-year anniversary is going to be this April, and if you include special performances, we're gonna be at somewhere near 16 performances, I believe, by the 1-year anniversary. We're at about a dozen right now.
Ah, damn. Okay, anyways.
So that's why we had to RSVP for this thing.
I open my card, and it just says, you were Mr. Body's #1 salesperson. You are innocent, but the murder is out there. At 7, you were refueling your vehicle. Hey, what'd you guys get?
Please do not discuss the contents of your letter until the constables arrive. We wouldn't want anyone to tamper with the evidence. No, that's too close to Dominic's voice. Whatever, I'll just work with it. Yeah, I'm just gonna work with it. Go on.
That's yours.
Oh, sorry, missed that there was a line change. While we wait, please avail yourselves of the amenities. There is a kitchen down the hall, the study is that way, and the sitting room is through that door. I expect there may be clues about. I'm sure you'll discover something along the way.
So, what's going on? Oops.
Looks like you're on the case, hot stuff. Time to figure out who murdered this poor sap. The game is afoot, as it were. It's elementary, my dear Rakesh. Oh, this'll be so much fun.
Oh,
And we're even weaving in those Sherlock references.
Oh, Anne is so adorable. She deserves so much.
And if I'm remembering the release date of this game, this would be back in the heyday of the BBC's Sherlock, where obviously the game is afoot is a line that has been used before, but it was a particularly used line in the BBC's Sherlock, the first couple of series, because it wasn't seasons, it was series.
Just gonna say
with Benedict Cumberbatch. That was what really put Cumberbatch on the map, that Benedict Cumberbatch is not Doctor Strange without Sherlock.
I'm just gonna say right now, Anne is too good for Max.
You're not wrong.
Saying it right now. She's too innocent and pure to be corrupted by this guy.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Agreed.
Anyways, so I say while it's painful, let's do.
Remember, we weren't aiming at her. We were already thinking between Isabella and Sally, not Isabella and Anne. So,
yeah.
But anyways,
just saying though, we're saving her doing it this way anyway.
Yeah.
Anyways,
it's for your own good, Anne.
It's for your own good. You stay the pure girl. Yes. Well, I think I know what I'd like to invest in. God damn it, Max.
Oh my. Down, dead boy. It appears we must solve this dreadful crime. Who doesn't love a good mystery? You're way too into this, hon.
This might be pretty cool.
I think I'm going to see what I can find in the study. Butler, is there food in the kitchen? Indubitably.
It's like a tongue twister.
I shall take that as a yes and go feed myself. Woo, werewolves of college. I think I'll see what I can deduce in the sitting room.
Oh, she's gonna nerd out while doing this. I think I'll come find you guys. I think I'll come and find you guys in a second.
Don't keep me waiting, hot stuff.
You know it, babe. Woo, woo, woo. Oh. While we make our plans, so is everyone else. Soon enough, the crowd disperses and only the butler is left. So, dude, what's really up?
Exactly what I've said so far.
Alright, I'll play along. So, what are the facts, Jack?
I'm afraid I don't know much. Feel free to look over the body for clues. I'll answer your questions as you like. Oh gosh, this is just becoming, our murder mystery once again, isn't it?
Alright, I can work with this. I think I may surprise everyone tonight. The question is where to start. Clearly there are 4 rooms to visit. If I include the main hall, it would save time.
Well, this is giving us a pretty clear option that we want to just take the study because that's where Isabella is.
Second.
Because it would be a question if Sally were here, but since she's not, it's very clearly just go to the study because we're not pursuing Rakesh and we're not pursuing Anne.
I was gonna say we got the study, the sitting room, the kitchen, the main hall. Wait a second. Do we?
Like, maybe we go to the main hall first and see if we can go to the study later.
Okay. Main hall.
Because we did save. Because we obviously don't want to go to the kitchen. We don't want to go to the sitting room. I'm guessing we want to go to the study, but the question is there value in going to the main hall and then seeing if we can go to the study afterwards?
I'm going to do it right now. I'm just checking right here. After all, there's a body to investigate. I look around the room just to get my bearings. There's some stairs. It seems to be going out of bounds for the game. The main entrance is here too, but the butler appears to have gone back out to wait for the police. The body lies before me.
The constables, thank you very much.
Whatever, dude. We call them police here? Anyways, the body lies before me. Whoever did it did a great job. It's almost like a real person. A person who had the back of their skull caved in. The body's wearing a very nice three-piece suit that's been treated very roughly. Whoever got to it must have had a fight in their hands. There are holes and tears all over. The man was also clearly quite well-to-do. A gold watch peeks out from under one of the sleeves. A little hesitant to mess with the body. I don't know if it's against the rules or not. Hey, butler dude, can I touch this guy?
If you think it will help your case, sir, everyone else seems to have gone to search for clues elsewhere. I'm sure the police will be able to put the pieces together if nobody here can.
Sounds good. I'll take a look at the watch and reverse. Definitely seen better times. The strap is nearly broken off, and the face is definitely broken. A little blood's gotten it on the strap and on the knob on the side. The watch hand stopped moving. Stuck at 7 o'clock. That's
the time of the murder.
Time of murder. Time of death, 7 p.m. Or 1900, if we're going 24-hour.
Well, that could be a relevant thing. It could be AM, and that this is all just a trick for us to think that it's 7 p.m. that he was killed.
Let's keep that in our notes. Man, I'm sad this ain't Jinsei, so we can put this in our notes. Anyways, I decided to go through the pockets of his jacket as well. After a few moments of rifling around, my hand grasped something. It looks like a key. It's very small. With one of those round bodies that they use on vending machines. It's probably for a lockbox or safe or something. This guy doesn't seem the type of need to get into vending machines very often. There doesn't appear to be anything else of note in this body. Well, Butler, I think it's time you told me what you know. Exactly what happened here.
Very well, here is the sordid tale.
Oh God, I said...
It was here when the master...
Give me the cliff notes! Oh my God, the text! Go ahead.
I was here when the master returned from work at 6 in the evening. He was certainly planning on throwing a costume party tonight. All the invitations were sent off ages ago. At 6:55, the master noticed that we were dreadfully short of... One second. At 6:55, the master noticed that we were dreadfully short of port for the evening. He immediately sent me to acquire more for the night.
What the heck is short of port?
It's a wine.
So 6:55, he was still alive. So it wasn't at AM. It was definitely...
Yeah, so this would confirm that it was PM. Obviously, I don't really know what happened while I was gone. I arrived back from the shops at 7:30. I entered to find the hideous scene you see before you.
Okay, so he has an alibi. Or does he?
I called the police, of course, but then you began arriving, and, well, you know where we got there, blah, blah, blah. I called the police, of course, but then you all began arriving, and, well, you know where we got from there.
Did you hear any strange noises when you were leaving? Any sign of struggle? If we assume his watch broke at the time of assault, it wasn't long after you left.
No, I don't recall hearing anything unusual as I left. It was actually very quiet.
Very quiet, and yet his head was caved in? That must have been a very...
Well, it was quiet. Well, he's saying it was quiet at 6:55 when he left.
That's true.
Not that it was quiet at the time of the murder.
And there was nobody here when you got back?
No, I checked all the rooms and nobody was about.
Are there any other entrances or exits?
There is a back entrance, but it was still locked when I checked it.
I mean, they could have locked it when they left.
That presumes that they have a key, and depending on the lock's type. Anyways.
Oh, all right. Thank you, butler.
Of course, sir.
So does that mean you don't have a job? Anyways, I think that's all I'm gonna get out of this.
I'm a butler. I buttle.
Alright. Anyways, alright, that was a good spot. Where next? Investigate the main hall.
Now we go to the study.
Ooh, nice looking study. Time to visit the study. I think Isabella came in here. One of the classrooms have been converted for... Oh, it's a classroom. Okay, that makes sense.
Wait, but I thought we were at a dorm.
I don't know. Maybe it's a...
Whatever.
Maybe it's a classroom that is also a dorm. I don't know. Alright. Someone's even put a few pipes of coffee table between some of the chairs. They probably haven't been used. Since I'm pretty sure this is a no-smoke building. Isabel's sitting on one of the chairs, idly leafing through a book. I don't know if she's actually reading or not. Hey, Isabella!
Hey, hot stuff. Glad you came to find me. I was afraid I was going to be all alone in here.
She's really laying it on she's really laying on pretty thick tonight. Not that I mind. You know what else is thick? Let's not answer that. So, where's Chad? Anyway, I suppose it's too much to hope he's the corpse out there.
You know, Max, for once I don't disagree with you, but that's really not tactful.
Yeah.
Like you got to be smarter about your approaches, buddy. But you're still not wrong. Ha, no such luck. Nah, Chad left much earlier. He said he had to go to bail out one of his friends.
Bail out how exactly?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Hey, that just means more for me. So, what'd your cards say?
That would be telling. And where's the fun in that? Aren't you going to try and worm the information out of me?
Well, there are plenty of things I'd like to get you out of. Max!
I feel like we just need a soundboard with the George Takei, oh my.
Oh, a second.
Do you actually have that?
Oh my.
But anyways, let's keep going though.
There we go. I hope we don't get DMCA'd for that.
Well, no, that's not... It, I can assure you that George Takei has not copywritten his... Oh my.
Anyways.
Ooh, tempting.
Mario, Max is as smooth as a sandpaper-wrapped exploding barbed wire baseball bat.
You're not wrong, Mario. You're not wrong.
Isabella stands up from her chair and walks over to me, draping her arms over my shoulders.
So, Mr. Interrogator, you think you can wring a confession from these lips?
Oh, this could involve some very in-depth questioning. I wouldn't want you tongue-tied... Ah! God! The plays they are! The plays they're doing here.
But hey, for what it's worth, like, Isabella is doing this whole time that, like, just... This is consensual, mutual flirting. So, while it's obviously very blunt, this is okay.
Yeah. I'm just gonna do this again.
Oh my.
There we go. Anyways.
Don't worry, I'm very hot under pressure.
You're hot anywhere, babe. Come on, did you do the crime? Isabella grins wickedly at me and then leans close to my ear.
If I was guilty, detective, would it matter?
Pursing her lips, she blows a little air over my ear. Well, I can certainly offer you a hell of a deal if you cooperate with me.
What's the fun in cooperation? The struggle is so much more interesting.
I'll play it any way you want it, babe. I can be mean or I can be very, very nice. Oh, this is not. Oh my god, this is so. This is not PG.
Well, yes, this is PG. There is nothing explicit that they are saying here. Everything is in innuendos. This is fine.
Oh dear. Anyways,
Well, since you asked so nice.
so what's your story here, Isabella?
Well, you know, Mr. Body was my boss. We worked together, for God's sake. I've been his secretary for 3 years now.
That's suddenly I feel very sus on this. Did you have any problems with your boss?
Of course not. We got along famously. Everyone knows he was always hanging off Everyone knows he was always hanging off my every word.
And was there anything else going on between you two?
I'm sorry. What? What do you mean?
Oh, please, babe. If you were my secretary, I'd be in HR every day for being inappropriate. Wow. That's some nice self-awareness there.
Are you saying I can't be professional, Max?
That's almost exactly what I'm saying. I'm also saying that men are more than happy to be unprofessional right along with you. You know I am. I close the distance between us, looking down at her with my best gotcha stare.
Well... Fine, yeah, we messed around a bit. But it was nothing serious, just a little harmless fun.
You know, there's a lot of meanings for harmless fun. Ha! I knew it. And did his wife know about this harmless fun?
Well, if it's harmless, she wouldn't really need to know about it, would she?
I figured. So, where were you at 7 o'clock?
Ugh, don't remind me. That was before we got here, right? You asked why Chad didn't come? Well, just ask the patrons of my cafe. They'll tell you why he didn't come. We had a huge fight, and when he told me he had to go bail someone out of jail, he left at 7, and I went home to prepare to come here with you.
Oh my gosh! He legit has...
Oh.
That legit had to bail someone out of jail! Okay, Chad!
Also, I don't think that Isabella realizes that we're in character. That since she hasn't been to the main hall, she doesn't know about the watch, so she might not realize that Max is actually getting into, the game, and think that that he's actually asking her what she was up to at 7 this evening.
Oh
So what she just said is
my.
actually serious and it is out of party character.
Yeah, indeed. She just stopped. She just went off the RP. Anyways.
Oops.
How far is that cafe away from here? Wait, hold on. What? How is that connected to? I forget it.
I don't know, about 15 minutes. Either that or she's just really freaking good at RPing and actually decided to tie all that into her character.
Yeah, okay, one more question. Take a look at this for me. I hand over the key to Isabella, who turns it over her hands a few times before handing it back.
Looks like a key to one of his safes. I'm surprised there was only one. He must have had 36 of the things. I don't know which safe it goes to. He generally doesn't meet me at his safes. He generally doesn't let me at his safes.
Oh, thank you for your time, Isabella.
No problem, detective. I hope you figure out who did this and bring them to justice.
Isabella winks at me and goes back to idly leafing through her book on her comfy chair. Yeah, that's not a gamer chair, but that definitely looks like a good comfy chair. Oh, there was clearly an affair happened between her and Body, but that's not necessarily the evidence that she did it. I'll have to investigate further. Alright, let's see.
I get the feeling that whoever was in charge of writing Nicole was just like, hey, Radalakia team, I know we're not doing a mystery game this time around. It's just, a dating sim, but can you just give me, a mystery scenario? Give me a mystery scene. Let me, I like writing mysteries. Just give me the one, okay? Please.
Yeah! I mean, it almost works the same. Anyways, as I return to the main hall, I pass by a couple of other guests in the murder mystery. I hear a quick snippet of their conversation.
Oh yeah, I totally.
Okay, you can do this one.
Oh yeah, I totally heard his bodyguard wanted out of his job, but he couldn't get out from under Body's thumb.
There's definitely some dirt involved in there. Well, anyway, that's another room down. Only question now is where to go next. Gather some suspects and make your accusation. Ah, we're gonna go.
Don't you dare! To the kitchen! Away!
To the kitchen, and let's make some impossible burgers. Oh, look, a different kitchen scenario. Looks nice. Oh man, I feel very sorry. I feel very iffy on this setup, but oh well. Anyways, I think it's time to visit the kitchen. Maybe I can catch up with Rakesh. I wander down the hall into what looks like a little break room. There's a refrigerator, microwave in here. There's even one of those little electric grills plugged in. I see Rakesh.
Hey Mario,
What?
Mario, fish grills. Don't worry about it, Mario will know.
I see Rakesh applying peanut butter to some bread slices at the counter next to the refrigerator. Digging around inside the fridge, I see a girl I don't know.
Let me know when you find the jelly, Roxanne.
Roxanne! Hello, Roxanne!
Okay, where do I put her voice? She's like she gives off tsundere vibes. Yes, I'm looking. I don't know if they have any. How did you talk me into this anyway? Because I make an excellent sandwich?
But it's PB&J. Hey, Rakesh.
Ah, Max. Welcome. I will get more bread. What is a kitchen without snacks,
Who's your new friend?
This is Roxanne. Apparently she was staying here in the building to sort out some of her affairs.
Affairs in an old school house?
That unfortunate murder case in the Great Hall is my father. He called me here under some pretense of having something to tell me. It was apparently going to be something about his new lover.
Oh, okay. She's one of the people that we have to talk to.
Yeah.
So that's the daughter of Mr. Body.
Yep. And she suspects that he had a lover, which we know to be Isabella, the secretary. Honestly, if he weren't paying my way through the... Yeah, gosh, I'm off tonight, sorry. Honestly, if he weren't paying my way through college, I wouldn't have listened to anything the old bag had to say.
He's not wrong. Daddy trying to buy your love? What's the matter? Didn't get enough hugs? Damn, Max.
Oh, please. He was an awful man. A gambler and a drunk. He probably fell down those stairs.
Ooh, wow. That anger makes her automatically sus. It doesn't make it work, and it doesn't make it easier that her hair is red. Sorry. Yes, but no, wait. Why am I saying that? I play too much Among Us. Anyways.
I hated that man. I hated him to his bones. I won't deny it. I've got nothing to hide.
Oh man, geez, you're almost admitting your guilt here.
No, she's actually sort of sloughing off guilt by saying that that she didn't like him, but there's no motive here to kill him.
Roxanne slams a jar of jelly on the counter next to Rakesh and storms out the room. Rakesh?
Especially since he was paying for her college, that especially if he had a lover and that there was potentially something of his will, unless we get some like really hard evidence suggesting that she was at risk to be cut out of the will and knew it, the fact that he was paying her way through college is a pretty strong alibi.
Yeah.
Because it's, all right, you hate him, but why do you kill your golden goose?
That's true. Why bite the hand that feeds? Or, in this case, why bite the hand that pays for your college? Rakesh, speaking of biting, Rakesh finishes making the sandwiches and hands me one. I'm so glad I ate sushi, because I'm pretty full. So what's your deal? Also, Roxanne did a very good job with her acting. Anyways, so what's your deal? In this crazy place, Rakesh?
Ah, yes. Well, as to my story, I'm not sure if you saw me around the office. I was Mr. Body's bodyguard. He did not feel I was necessary when he was at his own office.
Interesting. Didn't they just mention something about the bodyguard earlier?
Um,
No,
Did
you
they?
know, when he was passing through the main hall, he heard some chatter about the bodyguard.
Oh, yeah. Or no, I think it was they were saying the butler, or maybe it was the
No,
bodyguard.
it was bodyguard. Anyways,
Okay. Still, I saw you a time or two.
yeah, he was your boss as well, huh? Did you two get along?
Oh, yes, he was a very strict boss.
You didn't like him.
Oh, that's not true at all. Well, maybe a little true. I was not fond of him, but one does not need to be fond of one's employer to remain employed. Is that correct?
Oh man, I know that feeling. Not in terms of my current job. Just pointing out there. My current job's fine. I suppose that's true, but surely you could have found somewhere else to work.
Mr. Body was very persuasive.
I don't know if I should say "oh my" in here.
Probably not yet.
You don't sound like a loyal employee.
Perish the thought. At any rate, I did not have anything to do with the terrible crime out there tonight. That is for certain.
So, where were you at 7 o'clock tonight?
What time was that? An hour before we got here? I was just finishing up with an art class. I was doing a bit of life modeling.
I didn't know you did that. Joel.
I said the line.
Oh, you muted out for a bit.
Oh, did I? Did you hear me say the thing about life modeling?
No.
Oh,
Your mic's getting cut
Well,
out for some reason.
that's strange.
All right.
What time was that? An hour before we got here? I was just finishing up with an art class. I was doing a bit of life modeling.
Yeah, and now?
I don't see. Oh, maybe it's the video that's cut on my end. Let me check.
Huh.
Well, now I see it says we both chuckle at that, so that's your
Oh,
line.
No. It said art is a side hobby of his.
Okay, I did not see that on my end. That's probably
Technical
Discord acting up.
difficulties, everybody. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
All right, do you see this now?
Yes. Oh, also, I know what happened. My Ethernet popped out. What the heck?
That was random.
Weird. No, that's probably what caused the blip. 1 second.
Dang it.
Let me get that back in.
Curses.
If I can get it from this angle. You know what? Let's just continue.
All right. Dude.
Mr. Body said he wouldn't need me tonight, so I took the opportunity.
Just one thing. Last thing, Rakesh. Can you look at this for me? I hand the key over to Rakesh. He looks it over, seeming very nervous for a moment.
Where did you get this?
From his body. Do you recognize it?
It looks like a key to one of his safes upstairs. I suppose it's good you got it from his body. I was afraid it meant that his keys had been stolen.
You recognize the safe it goes to?
Oh, I just guessed. It seemed like the right type.
Sus! Sorry, I'm just gonna like saying sus.
Well, no, here's the thing. So both...
I'm just like saying
Both?
sus at everything.
No, both he and Isabella mentioned that he had other keys apart from the one here, so his key ring was stolen. This one particular key became detached from the ring.
Anyways, I like to show it around, so if I could get it back.
Oh, yes. Sorry about that.
No problem. Well, thank you, Rakesh. Make sure to find me if you think of anything else.
Most definitely. Thank you, Max.
I think there was definitely more to Rakesh's relationship with Mr. Body than he's saying. But I'll have to figure it out as I go. Return to the main hall. I hear a quick snippet of a conversation. Oh, yes. I totally heard his bodyguard wanted out of his job, but... Oh, he said this already. There's definitely some dirt.
Well.
No, that's one room down. Where to go next? The final area. The sitting room. Boink. Oh. It looks like our room, but the colors are inverted.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even realize that.
It has the same painting! I know, because I've been staring at that painting a lot. Oh. Yay, budgeting! Anyways. See, he even says it. It looks like our common room, but with a nicer TV. It even looks like someone brought in a smaller bar. On closer inspection, looks like it got all kind of juices, but no alcohol. Which means I immediately find it uninteresting. Anyways, Anne is here on one of the small couches in a corner, writing in a small notebook. A few other people are sitting in various other parts of the room, but they all seem to be nattering about nothing. Kind of think of it, I haven't really seen all those other people much. Most of them have come under here to discuss things. Looks like a bunch of them just have juice classes. Hello, Anne. Hiding out here, huh?
Well, maybe a little. I have my reasons.
Don't like being a party person? Anyways. Well, speaking of reasons, maybe we should talk about your story here. Come on, Max. Let's talk about you for... Oh, no, wait. Come on. Let's talk about you for a while, huh?
Okay, Mr. Sleuth. What would you like to know?
Dang it. I suddenly want to see what the heck she was doing if we were her. What would she be doing? That'd be interesting.
I assume that they would invert the things that... I assume the player character is always the detective. Otherwise, it'd be, there's no point in doing this unless the player character is the detective.
Okay.
I assume in this case, Max pulls some other character that fulfills the same essential role as Anne's.
It says, though in college, Dancy Red Sox says, though in college, all the common rooms looked alike. I guess that's true. Anyways.
Yeah, because they're usually designed the same, that they're, especially if they're built around the same time, that it's usually just a cookie cutter model.
Okay.
Your line.
Yeah. Well, how did you know Mr. Buddy?
I only just met him a few months ago, actually. I don't actually know him very well. He hired me to write his memoirs, you see.
Do you think he had an interesting life enough for a book? I mean, was his company that successful? I've heard a few of Fortune 500 types putting out their stories. Was it like that?
Yes, exactly like that. Apparently, he'd had a few of my books before, and he wanted me to ghostwrite his story. Have you read any of my books? I wrote the Starlight Sally series that everyone was reading a few years back. I also wrote A Spy's Game is Murder, which you might know.
I feel like those are references.
They probably are, and I'm missing something.
No, I'll look into those later.
No.
Do those books even exist, Dan? I didn't know you'd written anything.
Max, I'm in character here. Get into the spirit of it, would you? I swear, I'll put a hex on you.
Okay, calm down. So you wrote some really well-known books then?
Ahem. Yes, a lot of fantasy and fiction mostly. I told my publisher I was interested in writing some nonfiction. When he mentioned that Mr. Body was a big fan, I thought it would be my chance.
And how's the book coming along?
Discord's acting up again. I'm not seeing the new line. 1 minute.
Yes, Dancy
Okay.
Rock Sox.
Oh, it.
Oh, I was gonna say Dancy Red Sox says yes. Put a hex on him.
Oh, it was fine. He was an interesting subject, certainly.
Anne can't meet my eyes as she says this. She just stops short of making a disgusted face. Didn't exactly make for a page turner, huh?
Oh, no. I can make any story interesting. It's what I do. Did you know that Starlight Sally and the Bugman of Xanadu was really just a story about an ant farm? Xanadu is a reference, though. #1 on the New York bestsellers list for 7 weeks, and it could have easily been written in a 3rd grade science report. That's just how good I am.
Aw, she's really hyping herself up. She's really talking her dreams here, isn't she? Anyways. And did you have a lot of doctoring on Mr. Body's story? Xanadu.
Well, how could I?
Sorry.
It was nonfiction.
Anna's gone back from writing in her little notebook.
Just notes on the case. If you don't hurry, I'm going to figure out the culprit before you.
So, where were you at 7 p.m.?
You can ask the bartender at the Dog and Biscuit. He'd probably be the only one who could tell you how many I've had, since he's the one that cut me off.
Wait, what? Seriously?
Max!
Oh, right. Character, sorry.
Look, I don't have a drinking problem. I drink, I get drunk, I write books. No problem.
Wait. So wait, you're telling me that you write your stories when you get drunk?
That is what is being implied here. Yes, it is.
That sounds... Oh, man, I can't wait to see what happens. That feels like something. Oh, my gosh. It's like, what did I write? What did I write last night? Oh, God, what did I write last night?
Well, no, in her case, the fact that she's been published, it's like, what did I write last night? Oh, nice. Oh, cool.
Oh, God. Man, if that was me, God, that reminds me of the times where I actually wrote stories when I was half asleep. I cringe at some of those. Ha, that's a good one. Okay, one last question. Take a look at this for me, would you? I show Anne the small key.
1 second.
Why are we having internet problems now? Alright, so while we're waiting...
Isn't that the key to one of his office safes?
Okay. I was gonna say... Yeah, let's do it there. Okay, anyways. Let me fix that again. Okay. Now what I know, I found it on his body.
It looks like it. I saw him use one in his office once. He said he kept personal files in it. Then he gave me that stupid wink he always gave me before when he thought he was being clever.
Ooh!
He probably had some dirt on someone he was keeping in there. He had his fingers in a few dirty pies. He'd always tease that stuff out but never actually gave any details to write about. I suppose he thought it made him mysterious, but it was really just tedious.
God, this guy is trying to like write my autobiography, make me sound awesome. You want to know the secret safe I have? It's awesome, man. Wink, wink, wink. And she just and then Anne just looks at him like, okay. So he keeps illicit files in his safe. Does he have tickets to the greatest show in the world?
Allegedly. You certainly didn't hear anything from me.
Well, thank you for your time, man. I'll let you get back to writing your case notes. Let me know if you come up with anything.
One sec.
All right. Well, just keep doing that.
We'll see. Good luck, detective. I'll be interested to see if you get this one right, Max.
Anne looks at me appraisingly. She's really into this stuff. I think she's enjoying the intellectual challenge. I give her a little bow and head back out. Conversation. Oh, what's this?
Yeah, our life model totally bailed on our class early. He left like 10 minutes early. Oh.
That's Rakesh.
That is Rakesh. So we now have 2 pieces of evidence suggesting that it is Rakesh because we hear gossip saying that the bodyguard was under Body's thumb and wanted to get out. And now that the model left 10 minutes earlier than he claimed to. So far, this is a pretty... this is still a dating sim, not a murder mystery game. They're being pretty upfront so far that it's Rakesh.
Well, seems someone bailed on an obligation in a hurry. Well, anyway, that's another room down. Where's next?
Well, now we can gather all the suspects.
Question.
I guess we can go to the... You want to loop back and see if we get anything...
Back to study. Maybe I missed something. Isabel's still here. Hey, Isabella!
Welcome back, Max. You're not getting anything else out of me, no matter how good you are.
I don't know. I can be pretty damn good. So, what's your story here?
Well, you know Mr. Body was my boss. We worked together for God's sake. I've been his secretary for... Oh, this is just repeating the dialogue.
Your boss.
Nope, just skip through. This is all recycled.
Wow.
Okay, yeah. Let's gather everyone up. And we're accusing Rakesh. Yeah, this is pretty obvious.
Gather the suspects!
There'd have to be something.
Butler, gather the people! I think it's time we close this case! Yeah!
Very well, sir.
Yeah! Sorry. The little guy runs off to grab everyone while I collect my thoughts. Once everyone's gathered around, I stand next to the body while I eye everyone. Dun dun dun. Someone here thinks they're pretty clever. Someone thinks they pulled the wool over my eyes. Somebody didn't count on exactly how smart I am, even though I got a knife in my brain.
Even though the only actual evidence we got was from random characters that we don't even know their names dropping hints between the actual scenes.
I've seen the evidence. I've talked to some of you very in depth. Isabel winks at me as others look around each other, sizing up what I'm about to say. Now it's time to bring this little game to close. With me as its winner. It's all clear to me now. Wait, what? Accuse her? Or lie to protect her? What? Wait,
Oh.
what?
That's interesting. That's interesting. So basically, we have the option of lying to protect someone, which, like, if we were going for Rakesh, we would potentially lie to protect him to make it so he could win the game. We are not going for Rakesh. Rakesh did it. Accuse him.
I say I'm gonna go with, but again, remember we're doing choices. This choice might actually also affect our.
But I don't see. Well, I guess sure. So we saved beforehand. I see no value in lying to protect Isabella because she was actually innocent. But let's try that anyways. See if it gets us points. Why not?
I have a weird hunch.
Like it could be a thought that counts. It could be a thought that counts thing of just her saying like, "Oh, that's so sweet of you. It wasn't actually me, you big dummy, but the fact that you would have lied to protect me is really sweet," or something like that.
Anyway,
So sure, lie to protect her.
all right, let's do it. Let's protect.
Because we did save before we went here. So
I take a long look at Isabel, who backs at me. After a moment, she winks and blows a kiss. Not that difficult to see. An elaborate party, bunch of invitations with pre-written messages. Convenient excuse that would seem to put them out of the house at the time of the murder. The murder's clearly the biggest liar out of this party for liars. One pulling the wool over my eyes from the very start. The butler did it!
yeah, accuse the butler.
After all, can anyone cooperate where you were when you say you were out for supplies? Probably did leave, or did you did it after killing Mr. Body?
What? Well, I didn't do anything.
Tell us to the cops, chump. Isabella Siddle? Wait, what? Siddles?
Siddles.
Siddles. Up to
Siddles,
me,
yeah.
while
Siddles, yeah. It's sliding, basically.
Yeah, okay. Up to me while the others round on the butler, pelting him with questions about why he did it and what the rouse was about.
Ruse.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. She looks at me for a moment, shaking her head in confusion. The butler finally disengages from the group accosting him.
I'm sorry, Max, but you've got it all wrong. And unfortunately, that's all the time we have. I want to thank you all for coming to the Alpha Theta Rho Fraternity's Murder Mystery Evening. If you'd like, please feel free to join us for a party proper at our house.
Everyone claps loudly for the butler who takes a bow. People start heading out the door. The Latin House roomies gather in the lot.
I can't believe how much fun that was. Did you see me in there?
Kinda. Definitely. Clearly, you need to channel some of that all the time, man.
Oh yeah, you were definitely working it.
She wasn't the only one.
Well, hey, if you got it, flaunt it. Though I can't believe they made me the other woman for some skeezy old businessman.
Well, if the shoe fit... Excuse me, Max.
Watch it, jackass.
Ah, good. Everyone laughs at Isabella starts chasing me and threatening to bite me.
That was a lot of fun to pretend to be someone else for an evening. I suppose it is what Halloween is all about, yes? I suppose that's very true, Rakesh. Nice work.
Oh my gosh. That feeling in her is like, oh. She really, like, I remember when we started that Anne wanted to be more than just herself. Like, she wanted to like bloom into a blossom. Like, man, those words probably hit her.
Well, now that I'm done pretending to be a sexy office worker, I think it's time to pretend being a drunken vampire who wants to go get some research material.
Here, here.
Are you really going to just pretend to be drunk?
Everyone just stares at Rakesh for a moment before we all head off, laughing to the frat house. Oh,
All right, yeah. Reset.
reset.
We were.
Wait,
Yeah.
how do I get out?
It was. Go back to the. Yeah. There you go.
Load game.
Yeah. It was Rakesh. There was no value in going with the wrong one.
Gather the suspects.
Yeah. Skip through this.
Rakesh did it! I take a last look around the room and drawing quick breath as I begin. Business can get ugly. It's a dog-eat-dog world out there. Wow! You never know who you can trust. That's why you gotta make sure you're the one on the edge. And how to get that edge? Well, it's up to you. Mr. Bodyfriends chose that to get that edge with dirt. Blackmail. Isn't that right, Rakesh? After all, it's how he got you to work for him for so long.
I don't know what.
You didn't get here at 7, but the butler would have heard the fight leading up to the murder. I have no doubt your alibi checks until almost 7, but you checked out a little early, didn't you? Dang! You only got here while the butler was away. You were sick of being a toady, so you came in to search Mr. Body's safe, see if you could get out. But he caught you, didn't he? You gave chase and caught up with him, smashing his skull with the first thing you could find. And for good measure, smashing his watch when you were done. By the blood adjustment knob on his watch, I can tell you can set the time back to 7, so your alibi... Oh! Wait, what? Where did this come from?
Well, I think that this is probably accounting for... He only left 10 minutes early, but maybe the thing was like 15 minutes away. I don't know. Whatever.
But you could never get into the safe you needed because he had the key on him the whole time. I flashed this tiny safe key. This key probably unlocks a whole ton of dirt on you, doesn't it?
No, do not open that safe. I am not a man of means. When a man like Mr. Body gets something on you, it is impossible to get out from under him. I had to do this, do you not see? It's the way it had to be. He had to be stopped before he could do it to someone else.
Poor Rakesh. Tell it to the police. Wee woo, wee woo, wee woo, wee woo. Did it stop for you again?
Yes, 1 second.
Oh, hang on a sec. Let me do some plugs while we're doing this. If you have been
Congratulations, Max, you've solved it.
if you've been enjoying if you've been
I wonder, have you been moving like your focus away from the switch capture a lot? I wonder if that's what's causing it.
No, I'm just I just had to go to the internet. I had to go to the internet to check on chat.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
so if you've been enjoying the conversation, please hit up our Discord. And while you're at it, please go check out our merch, Digital Arrows merch, which is at Merch Stream Elements. The link is in the chat right there. And of course, we like to thank again our sponsor. Since it's at top of the hour, we might as well do our nice little shills.
Image Anime.
Yeah, check out for Image Anime. Check out their website, imageanime.com. And if you want to buy something from them, please be sure to use use our discount code DEESCOUNT 20 discount 20 for 20% off stock on all items, not pre-orders involved. This will last until the end of this year or the beginning of the new year. Anyways, back to the game.
The end of this year and the beginning of the new year are the same thing, RJ.
You know what I mean! Nani?
Oh, interesting. I guess he appreciates that you caught him. Sure.
I feel this is a little weird.
And unfortunately, that's all the time we have. I want to thank you for... Oh, wait, I already read this line.
That was weird. Well, hold on a second. Interesting. Okay.
What?
Nothing. I was like,
Were you looking up something about the game?
yeah, apparently, this is actually interesting. Apparently, the Halloween event, whoever did it is actually randomized.
Yeah, I had a feeling. It certainly felt like that.
I felt like
But I'm guessing that like if we accuse the wrong person, that like we wouldn't have gotten points for Isabella if we incorrectly accused her.
I guess. Anyways.
We already did all this.
Alright. We're playing everything again. Everything's good. My eyes! Hey Max, I hear Kappa Kappa Beta's throwing your party tonight. We should head up there. Ah, so drinking with Isabella. Oh, so are we gonna
Alrighty, so
Damn, look at our
understand.
energy. Dang, it's 70. Jeez.
Yeah, it's down to 70. So, it's difficult to say because we don't know what the actual like time is for anything. So go to study.
This one on
Go to
Monday.
go to study there. Yeah,
Take a nap.
I think we take a nap here. We want to start conserving a little bit of energy. And basically, we also just need to be mindful of if there's any events that aren't related to Isabella and Sally, that we skip them. Apart from that,
So I think we're good with this one.
I guess the other question is like maybe we skip one other study session. Well, actually, no, because we still have all those other sleep early ones, and we're still getting a lot of stuff there. I think this is fine for now because we just had several events that last week that were of characters that we care about. So
New event! You know what? I think it's going to be a good week. For a change, I'm actually going out the door without running into something crazy delaying me. The last few weeks have been ridiculous. Yeah, it has been. Everyone else has gone to class, so I lock the door behind me as I head out. Or at least I thought. Wow, Sally!
ooh, I love that outfit. That's like a super cute outfit. I like that a lot. And I guess we're doing an event after all. After I say let's skip events that we don't need to do because this is what we need to do.
It looks like Sally's coming back. She's definitely smuggling something. I know that look very well. Jacket clutched at her chest, eyes darting all over the place, slightly hunched over.
Oh, that's why she has the big jacket.
Yeah, she doesn't want something to fall out. Well, I got to the gate. Yeah. I mean, technically it's fall where it is, so...
Yeah, that's true. So it is chilly out.
I walk out the gate and give her away as I turn towards my class.
Oh, Max. Actually, so this is the first time I've done her voice today. Because Isabella's is up here and it's a bit sassy. Sally's is higher like this. It's kind of similar to Anne's, but it's more energetic. Okay, that's where we are. Oh, Max. Hey, I forgot a book.
Wow, she's pretty terrible about lying about it too. Sally runs past me and heads out the door without looking me in the eye. I can tell she's struggling to keep that jacket closed and getting in her pockets at the same time. Suppose I could go over and help, but that just means getting tired of whatever crazy schemes she's. I don't know if it's worth it. You know what? Let's.
It's worth it.
It's worth it. It's Sally. Oh, who am I kidding? Whatever. When have I ever run from trouble? Trouble.
Oh, we got trouble.
Okay.
Right here in College City.
All right.
With capital T, and that rhymes with P, and that stands for pool.
God. I sneak up behind Sally. She struggles in the jacket closed while opening the door. Hey, Sally, what you got in there? Oh, snap!
What the heck?
Look at
We're
this.
fancy. Like, this feels extremely out of character. Why the heck would Max ever wear something with a collar?
And oh, that's a turtleneck.
Well, and a turtleneck, but also, I mean, like, why would he wear a suit jacket? That's way too stuffy for him.
Hey, listen,
anyways, whatever.
Listen, rock stars wear what they want to wear. Anyways. Then again, that is kind of weird. But anyways, I don't think anybody will care about that much for a bag of weed. So what? Crack?
Ugh, Max, you jerk. Don't scare me like that, and shut up. It's nothing of the sort.
Hold on a second. Yeah, the music is surprising. I don't hear the music much, but anyways. Sally struggles with her jacket for a few moments, looking around shiftily.
Everyone else is gone, right? It's Dominic's TA day, right?
I think so. Why? What's before I can... Oh, Dancing Red Sox was right! It was a puppy! Before I can finish my sentence, I hear a small whimper like a small dog whining. Is that what I think it is? Oh my god, I even show it!
It's so cute!
It is! Sally's eyes open to Jack, revealing a tiny puppy! That's certainly not what I was expecting.
I can tell. Crack? Really?
I was just joking! Where'd you find him?
He was just wandering the street down by Main Avenue.
What, did you ask around about him?
Of course, I don't just go around stealing dogs.
I didn't say that.
Anyway, he was about to go wandering into traffic, so I scooped him up, looked all over, but nobody claimed him.
I don't see any tags or anything. Who would have abandoned a cute little guy like this?
I don't know. It happens a lot around college towns like this, though. People get a pet and then have to move away for some reason. They just abandon their poor animals.
That is so sad. Say, it looks like she's about to cry just thinking about it. Well, for now, let's get him set up inside. Come on. Unlock the... Wow! Your entire winter coat was including the turtleneck. Okay.
Yeah, that's, okay.
Alright, unlock the door, step through, and take off my winter coat. Okay. You do know this is totally against the rules, right? Dominic will freak if he totally finds out.
Well, I'm not telling if you're not.
Hey, I got your back. I'm always up for some rule breaking, especially if it pisses off Douchenick. Okay, stay here and cover him up. I'll make sure the clothes is clear.
Thank you, Max. I really appreciate your help. So does little Vegemite.
Vegemite,
Oh my god.
Vegemite, yum yum morning, noon, and night. God, you really called him Vegemite. Also, that jingle I sang was from Rocket Power. Vegemite. Suddenly I hear rustling from the kitchen. Try to sneak closer. That's when I see Dominic's hand pushing the door open. Crap, I only gotta figure out what to do before he comes here. Count to 35 before coming back in. I slammed the door on Sally, shoving her back outside. Now what to do?
Save here. Save here.
Oh, hang on a second. I can't save.
Oh, we can't save? Shoot. Alright, well, we'll just fast forward through all of it. I think we need to pretend that we're skipping classes, because if it's a rules clarification... Because it's basically... How...
There we go! Got it!
Yeah. Yeah, because rules clarification would just get him standing there talking, and you need to get him out.
If I got that douchenick peg, there's one thing he can't pass up. It's the chance to lecture a no good like me. Knock over the... Ah! He's sacrificing himself. Okay. I volunteer as tribute! Anyways, I walk over to the kitchen as loudly as I can. Ah! Those suckers actually thought I was going to class. Class is for losers. Losers who can't get laid at that.
Oh, is that so?
What? Dominic! What are you doing here? I'm both shocked and also surprised.
I'll just bet you are, you slacker jackass. I can't believe you thought you would just get out of your classes and nobody would be around to call you on your crap.
I maneuver into a seat behind Dominic, who rounds me with a full head of steam. I'm definitely gonna pay for this.
For one thing, have you considered how much you're paying for this? Or, I'm sorry, your parents are paying for this, am I right? That's incredibly disrespectful to them and to yourself. After all...
I tune Douchenick out as the doorknob handle turns quietly. Sally pokes her head in, sees the situation, begins to sneak up the stairs. She gives me a look of sympathy as Dominic continues to rail on. Yeah, but who cares about that stuff? I don't even know what he was saying, but it's enough to set him off again, keeping his attention squarely on me. I'll have to check on Sally later tonight. Hope it's worth a lecture to help her out. You know, in the meantime, you've been sitting here lecturing me. I could have made it to class.
Get out, you jackass!
He really is too easy. That was good. Oh, another... Wow, already? Jeez. Crap, I should have checked my email. One of my professors wants me to see this after class. This is never good. See me after class is right up there with we need to talk for bad indicators. Guess we could have always avoided the whole thing, but the professor Professor Task!
Is that a reference to something?
No, it's a pun. Task.
Yeah, no, I got that. I wasn't sure if it was like an actual reference. Anyways.
Stepper's pretty legendary. If I miss the appointment, who knows what he'll do.
Oh, no.
Wait, we don't even know if that'll... We don't even know what it's...
Shoot.
Dang!
I'd be willing to bet good money that this is related to Anne. That's the thing.
Shoot, I wish... God... Oh.
Look up the guide, I think. You found a guide a couple weeks back, right?
I think so. Let me check on here. Today is... Well, it's week 5, right?
Probably. I think so, because it's after the Halloween thing.
No, I don't see anything that says anything for Max and Anne on week 5 Tuesday, right?
I think so, yeah. Who does it say something for then?
No one.
That's the no one on a Tuesday. Well, check like week 6 or 4 on a Tuesday in case it's one of them.
Week 4 Thursday it says for Anne it's
no.
offer your
This
services
is a Tuesday.
or join a gang, talk through a problem, help with trash, choose Isabella, Grouty gang, game. What? Costume, Ion, trash. No. Skipping classes, Sally. No. None of these. When was the last time we saved?
I don't remember. I don't think we saved after finishing the Halloween party.
Yeah, we didn't.
So we'd have to fast forward. Well, I guess we can do this and see what it is and potentially just skip through some stuff.
There's nothing. I'll have to go.
No.
Too bad.
Okay.
I keep my head down during class. It heads after towards the professor's office. Professor, you want to see me? Whoa!
Oh my goodness.
Hello, Alucard.
Yeah. Ah, Max, exactly on time. If only you were this diligent in class.
I hate when he grimaces at me like that. It looks like he's trying to dissect me. Looking around, I notice there's another student already. At least she's not trying to kill me with her eyes.
And no.
Yeah, sorry, Prof.
Well, anyway, to the matter at hand. You both know I've been helping out the sociology department lately, right? Well, one of the other professors is running an experiment. She wanted me to give a few of my students a little questionnaire. You don't have to, but I'll give you a bit of extra credit for your trouble.
Who the heck?
I have no problem filling out a questionnaire, Professor.
The girl looks at me, waiting for my response. She notices me looking her back. Oh, does she have a crush on this guy? The girl looks at me, waiting on my response. She noticed me looking back at her vacantly and blushes, looking away. I guess I have the effect on all the ladies. Oh, her name's Carmen.
Thank you, Carmen. And you, Max? It's not like you couldn't use the credit with your grades.
That damn glare again. Yeah, sure, I'll fill the thing out. The professor nods like he hadn't expected any less. He hands us the papers without further comment. A few questions, most about college life. Feel it easy. Last question gives me pause though. Your fellow student has obtained the answers for the next test. They plan on using them, and as do several others. They offer you the chance to use them as well. There is no chance for you to be caught using these answers. Do you use them on the test?
All right, see if this is in the guide somewhere. My guess is that answering no gets us points with Anne.
Interestingly, nothing.
Let's say no. It's the correct response here.
No. Okay, that's about the most obvious trick I've ever seen. I mark down no and hand the paper back in.
There may be hope for you yet, boy.
Thanks, Prof. Can't be serious. Hell yes, I'd use those answers. But I'm sure as hell not telling him that.
That will be all, Max. Have a good day.
I have to admit, it was nice not getting glared out for a change. That was... Well, hey, we got energy at least.
Oh, did we?
Look at that. We went from 70 to 80, and now, back now to 75.
No, because I think we got energy because we napped. We didn't get anything for that. Part of me wants to skip. Or part of me wants to revert. Oh, whatever.
This makes no sense! Wait a second. This is week Thursday, right?
Yes.
Okay, hang on a second. Let's say...
So
So...
yeah, so what was there for week...
Thursday, this is...
For week 5, what was there for week 5 Tuesday? Was there anything for week 5 Tuesday?
Nope, there's only week 5 Thursday, and
So it was basically just a trap.
Yeah. So
Oh, part of me wants to just undo that so we can get our energy, but whatever.
we're good. But week 5 Thursday is an event.
Okay, so we know to skip this one.
God damn. Just doesn't figure it out. I finally decided to do my homework, and now I can't figure out how to do this one. Ugh, I'm just gonna give it this bad idea.
Everything all right in here?
Well, what do you think, you douche-nick?
Wait, Max studying? Wait, maybe I walked into Anne's room on accident.
Shut up, douchebag. Who asked you?
Can you blame me for being shocked, slacker?
Did you call me Dominic?
What? Oh, sorry. No, I was just giving Slacker here a hard time.
Oh, studying, Max? Good for you.
See? She knows how to encourage a guy, douche-nick. Still, the last thing I need is these two breathing down my necks. Could always ask for help, I guess. Again. We could...
Skip.
Dang
We're
it.
skipping.
Oh, now I'm definitely giving this whole thing up as a bad idea. You're right, Dommy. I am a slacker, and this sounds like a good time to slack off. I got my jack and blow past the two of them.
Max, wait.
Sometimes, and you know what? It's best not to go with this guy, just saying. This is for your own good, Anne, as much as it pains me. I wave goodbye as I go. Meanwhile, she rounds on Dominic and giving him the stink eye. Looks like I got douchenick in trouble, so that's a nice bonus. Haha! No, we can God damn!
There's just events everywhere this week.
Oh, why isn't my alarm? I swear I could have done it my time. Damn it! Curse you, douchenick! Wait, so week 5.
We can just start the scene, and we'll probably get a good indicator of who it's for.
Okay. This is a busy week, says Dancy Red Sox. Fly through my room, pick out all the outfit I wear there. You wear the same thing! Anyways.
You're the pro tag. You wear the same... Well, either you're just a... Anyways.
If there's no one in the way, I might be able to grab a shower. Oh my! There's one downside. There's one downside of having 5 roommates, and one actual bathroom is some early morning traffic, with everyone in class schedules always seem to be coming or going in the morning. Of course, that means plenty of opportunities for mishaps, if you're that kind of guy, which for the record, I'm not, I swear. Well, not often, barely ever.
X.
Not that douchenick hasn't laid down the law anyway. He's pretty much threatened me to take me to jail if he's got so much one complaint. That's why I'm so mad I overslept this morning. This just ruins everyone's schedule. So if someone's in there, it could cause me to be late, but it's not worth the hassle. I mean, I'm not gonna say I've ever gone to a class without a shower before. Though a quick sniff test tells me I'm gonna have to sit far away from people if I decide to skip it today.
All right, we don't have an indicator here. So what is it for week 5 Friday?
And no. No. Doesn't say anything yet.
That makes this feel like another trap. We saved right before this, though, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so fine. We can play it and get a quick see how it happens.
No, I'm not gonna go through
And we'll
that.
just
It's too
revert if
crazy.
it's not anything.
Let's get in the showers. I grab my towel and run things up down the hall for the bathroom. I head down and I see Isabel leaving, her own bathroom bundle in hand. Looking good, babe. Isabel just winks at me and holds a finger up to her lips as she goes past. Only passes me do I notice the bundle she's carrying is clothes, but she's already dressed. Wait.
Shh, go on, take your shower.
Just as I'm about to question what's going on, the door to open, I just see the top of a blonde head sticking out.
All right, you assholes, very funny.
Isabel snickers and runs down off the stairs like a child who just stole the last cookie.
I am going to kill one of you. I'm not even sure which one. Maybe I'll just kill someone at random. First one to bring back my clothes doesn't get murdered. That's fair, right?
Unfortunately, since I'm standing in the hall, I'm the first one. Dominic looks. I'm the first one. Dominic locks his murder's glare on. You doing all right there, Domikins? Feeling a little breezy, maybe?
You goddamned asshole. Bring back my clothes this second.
Do I look like I'm holding on to your skivvies, man? I barely got my own crap together.
You probably planned this, didn't you?
Oh yes, it's a grand high conspiracy.
Just shut up and get me a towel, would you?
There's no towels in there automatically, is there? Oh, what am I supposed to miss out on that cute little tushy? Damn, son!
I swear, I'm going to kick every last one of you out of this house. It's going to be so nice when it's quiet in here again.
Oh, come on, you're telling me Isabel checking you out in the shower isn't worth a few missing pants now and then?
Of course it was Isabella. Just get me a towel already.
I head over to the linen closet and grab a fresh towel, while closer to the bathroom where Dominic's got a hand waving around.
Any time now is fine.
Tease him a bit more or help him get revenge?
Tease him a bit more. Because we're not getting revenge on Isabella.
Yes. I don't know if they've taken any left your size here, man. I think all the kitchen towels are God damn!
Oh my. I swear to everything you hold dear, I will break your legs.
Wait. I got half a washcloth. That should do it, right?
Oh my.
Just give me something, Max.
Alright. I just gotta find something here cushy enough for you. We can't have a baby's bottom getting chapped. I flick the towel at his still outstretched arm. As soon as he feels for a fabric brush him, he starts clawing the air for it. I can't help but laugh at his struggle.
Maybe you shouldn't give it to me. I'm pretty sure you're dead once I get out of here.
Uh-oh. Looks like douchenick beam has pointed at me. I chuck the towel at his outstretched arm and run for the stairs.
For your services, I'm going to kill you quickly, Max.
You know if it really weird is, like how they do like those weird jump scares, like they have the character arc just like go zooming in like they did in Doki Doki Literature Club.
Fun fact, I have not actually played Doki Doki. I know what happens in Doki Doki and how it goes, but I have not actually played Doki Doki.
Okay, anyways, I was just like, oh man, imagine if his graphics just like come towards us saying like, I'm gonna kill you! I see Isabel from peeking up from behind the couch. I give her a thumbs up and book towards her. She's laughing her head up as I make my way outside. Dominic's mad enough that he even chases me a full block before he realizes he's running down the street in just a towel!
Nice.
This day has certainly gotten more tolerable. Oh, that was a
All right, so go back to the load screen and don't do that event, because that was another worthless event.
That was a blessed moment.
I'm glad that we did the event to see it, but let's revert.
Aww. What?
All right, so load. Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. I didn't do this.
Oh, did we not save?
No.
Oh no, wait, no. This was because we skipped this event, and then we're skipping the next event too.
I should really. The alarm!
We're going to Class Stinky.
We're gonna be that guy at conventions.
Nah, we would never be that guy at conventions. We're gonna be that guy in class, though.
Skip it. Screw it. I'll just tell people I was off.
We have a different level of respect for conventions. Thank you very much.
Screw it. I'll just tell people I was out all night after a show. That's part of the rocker mystique, right? Okay, probably not. I can make it part of the rocker mystique. Well, whatever. At least I won't have to listen to a lecture from my professor. Great start. Oh man, look at that. Look at that energy, man. Look at that energy, man. Study. Top of the wall. Pop, straight to the top.
Wow, that was a throwback reference right there.
Yep. Okay. I feel like
I just love that High School Musical doesn't actually show them preparing for a High School Musical. They don't do any rehearsals. There's nothing. It's all just the audition process. It's not actually about them putting on a musical.
it's just. Yeah, it's just.
It's petty high school politics and the audition for a High School Musical. Like it would be better called the audition or something, but High School Musical is a much poppier name. Anyways,
I feel like utter crap. Why didn't I get in a sweater or something? Oh, polar bear. Oh, I make a polar bears look like wimps. No, I make polar bear looks like geniuses. Everybody knows fever. Feels like I'm trying to swallow a cactus. I think I'm gonna die here for a little while. I can hear my ancestors calling me towards the light. Wait, no, that's Douchenick in the hallway. What are they talking about? Press my ear against the door. I'm wearing boxers. Yeah, that's right.
his fever is incredibly high. I can't believe we're all going out. I just want to make sure someone is here to keep an eye on him. Aw, Dominic, you do care. It's just a cold, Dom. I've seen worse. All he really needs to do is get some sleep. And while he's doing that, the rest of us can get out of here. I don't know. It's pretty high. Then again, if I don't see my study group tonight, we're going to fail our agriculture project.
Week 5,
Sunday. Sunday.
Oh, this is a Rakesh thing.
Okay, we're skipping.
Poor Rakesh.
Look, we've all got stuff to do. I'm not saying we don't. I'm just saying that someone should stick around and make sure he doesn't get worse. It would be a kindness to him.
Sorry, hold on. I didn't know it was such a burden. Not like I asked to get sick. Whatever. Maybe if I muster up the strength to get out of bed, I can make a decision for them. Yeah, then again, I was doing some pretty good dying back there. It sounds pretty good too. Let's keep on dying.
Yep.
Yeah, that dying was going really well. I think I'm gonna go back to that. The others are arguing while I still bypass back. And then I died forever. Cursed forever. Cursed eternally to haunt my college. Not really, but it was a pretty rough night. Oh, we get to do these again. Oh,
we're at 100 energy. Nice.
Yeah!
So undo the nap.
And back to study.
Yes. And yeah. Well, actually, wait a minute. So, yeah, because we're now basically equal on spontaneous and active. And we're probably... I feel like we're leaning towards Isabella over Sally.
Well, we haven't done much yet. I mean, interestingly, we only have 20 each. So let's see.
Well, no, that's not important. The stats are.
Yeah, let's see what we can do. We're both.
So let's just keep things where they are right now because well, actually, yeah, because this is getting us more. Because it's here. It's 1 active, 2 active, 3 active with the wall climbings and football, and then the pubs are spontaneous, as are the cafeterias. So it's 3 to 5. So yes, just keep this arrangement. I think this is really good what we have.
Okay, so let's play it then. Learning. Skip. Come on. New event. Wait, let me check just to make sure. This is Monday. Yeah, week 6 Monday.
I would just do Control F to find.
Oh no!
What?
It's both Isabella and Sally, but we have to choose.
Oh, darn. Well, we're doing the event. We know that much.
Oh no! Oh boy. All right. Anyways, okay. Another day down. I'm almost surprised I'm still doing this stuff. Well, time to relax for now. I'm supposed to meet Memphis at the cafe. Hopefully Isabel's on shift too.
Who's Memphis?
He's the guitarist guy.
Oh yeah, I remember him now.
Anyways, with finals almost here, it's kind of nice to just sit and relax for a bit. With everyone's so high strung right now. Heck, if I'm honest, I'm almost thinking about going straight back home and relaxing in a room of my own. Don't do that, man.
We're playing the event because we know there's value here.
Yes. Anyways, But I couldn't do that to Memphis. I don't get to hang out with him as nearly as often as I've been doing this school crap. Speaking of the devil, looks like he was waiting for me at the door. There you are!
I don't even remember what voice I did for him.
Max, you dirty bastard. It's you were...
Matt.
Never mind.
No, because he's going to be talking with Max still. Max, you dirty bastard. I thought I was going to wait here all day.
Quit whining. I came as quick as I could.
Yeah, let's go.
What was that? No. Oh god, I was like, what was that noise? I thought it was someone from you. No, it's the background noise again. God.
It's Walla! Yay!
Cafe is really hopping this afternoon as we enter. Memphis and I find a booth and take a seat as I look around to see Isabel on shift.
Oh, hey, Max. What can I get for you?
Sally, I thought you worked at the farm.
I do, but Isabella said one of their regulars called out and she needed a favor, so here I am.
They did. Oh.
They didn't even have any good uniforms for me, so I'm just in street clothes. Everyone has been asking about it.
Well, I guess you answered my next question early then.
Hey, Sally.
Oh, hey, Memphis.
Sure you can't take a few minutes off? Come catch up with us? What's she gonna do, fire you?
Ha, nice try, but no. I said I'd help out, so I'm helping out. Now, what did you two want?
Let me just have an espresso and a donut.
Yeah, because you need to be bouncing off the walls. Whatever. Can you get me a slice of the pie and a coffee?
Yeah, let me go tell Isabella. All right, I'll let Isabella know you're here.
That was sort of a redundant line, but okay.
Thanks, Sally.
Hate it when she leaves, but love watching her go.
Watch it, bro. You're slobbering.
Sorry.
He actually does look a little abashed.
Hey, it's my favorite customer.
Hey, Isabella. Sally? No.
Sally said you made it in.
Well, not until the third date.
There's your oh my moment. There you go, right there.
Oh my.
Anyways.
And you say I'm bad.
Ha, careful, Max. I've got a hose back there with your name on it.
Hold on a second. We got... Be gone, butt!
Oh, was there a
There was a
spam bot in the chat?
Yep.
Hmm.
That's what I did. Anyways. I'll be good.
Sorry it's so crowded. I had wanted to chat a bit, but I guess it's nothing but work for me.
That's alright. Memphis will just have to keep me company in the meantime. Or even better, let Memphis do your job and you can chat all you want. Wow!
I don't remember signing up for that.
Haha. Maybe once he's been trained. I do like a properly trained man.
I've changed my mind. Isabel chuckles as she leaves the table and goes back to waiting on the other tables. Memphis and I chat casually for a while. Every once in a while, Sally or Isabella stop by the table to drop off a refill or some food and chat for a second. A little while later, the cafe clears out the other patrons and finish what they were doing. Finally, it's just the four of us.
Never again, Isabella. You're a lifesaver, Sally, honestly. You're lucky the tips were great. Keep it up, you might even match my tips someday.
Oh my.
I just need a little extra money. I'm not trying to compete. That's because you'd lose.
Oh my goodness!
Oh, please. If I really worked it, I'd have a pile of tips.
I can tell Sally's joking, but Isabella's brow darkens. Looks like she's getting competitive. Oh! So this is the one where...
Well, it looks like we've got 2 customers left, and as I recall, we both helped them out a lot, didn't we? Yeah, what's your point? Well, Max, who are you going to tip?
Oh, Lord.
Oh no, I actually have to choose between these two.
Yeah, I think we're choosing Isabella. I feel like we're probably going for her. Or like rather, so we should probably start making a decision of do we want to go for Isabella or do we want to go for Sally?
Yeah, hold on a second. I want to actually check something here.
Personally, I want to go for Isabella just because her dialogue is just so unabashed and ridiculous and lets us keep using the oh my. Sally's great. Like, IRL, I'd probably pick Sally, but just for the purposes of entertainment here, I think Isabella gives us more material to work with. Hello?
I know. I'm trying to decide if there was So I don't know. I feel like we'd be overdoing some of these points, but okay. Thanks, Dick. So choose Isabella.
Well, so I feel like this is sort of where we should decide, though, because we've gotten, we're 5 weeks in or 6 weeks in, whatever, and we're getting our stats both up pretty high. But since this is going to be a 5-point swing, we need to decide. So
So the question is,
I'm meaning Isabella, but I guess
chat. What are you deciding? Give us your choices on this one. I'm going to. I honestly, you say Isabella. I'm actually saying Sally.
oh dang.
So
So we need chat to tiebreak.
We need tiebreakers now.
All right, I will respect whatever chat tiebreaks for us. Who's left in chat anyways? Do we have Dancing Red Sox Mario? Are you still around?
Yeah, Mario says help. Oh, Mario's going. Oh.
These are the difficult decisions in life, my friend. There is still a chance that near the end we could end up getting both, but
Oh yeah, Mario says I like both.
But we in this case we need to decide.
We did. Yes, we saved before this.
But it's still way too early in the game. We're not going to be able to, hold two branching paths here and do all of them.
Oh God, they both don't know who to decide now.
Ah.
Should I flip a coin?
Well, so here's the other thing. If we choose Isabella, that means that Memphis can go after Sally.
I guess. 'Cause we seem to be really going towards Isabella lately.
Well, we've just had a lot of scenes with her that we've been going after them equally and just saying that anytime there is a scene for either of them, that we take it. But it feels like there's been more for Isabella since, I guess, yeah, I don't know.
Listen, he's saying "Por qué no los dos?" And I'm like, listen, man, we're not Tommy Dreamer. We can't take them both at the same time.
Well, also just, we're still really early in the game. We're only at 20 points for each of them, so about a fifth through the game, or about a quarter through the game, because this is going to get one of them to 25.
Yeah.
And just, if this were near the end, I would say totally, let's play both endings. It is not practical for us to go through the game twice, 75%.
All right, I'm about to roll 20-sided die. Evens is Isabella. Let's go. Odd. It's
No! Oh, well.
Sally. Well, you both helped a lot, and you both looked hot doing it. But I think Sally wins this round. It's still not a competition. No.
That's my line.
No.
It's still not a competition, you know.
Hold on a second. Say go Isabella first, and then Sally long term if we can do both. Oh, so they wanted to do Isabella first.
Okay, well, in that case, we can reset the scene.
Yeah, please. Isabella just rolls her eyes.
Wait, so go on to load and just, reset the scene.
Racking up points to see. Shut up.
Yes, quite literally.
Alright, anyways. So it didn't take off points off Isabella, so it still could go even.
No, they've never had a negative points thing.
No, they actually do.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, yeah. Anyways,
So let's see where this can go. Sorry, but I make the point that Nice is the cutest waitress. Isn't that right, Isabel? Damn! Jeez, that's more meaner than what,
like I said, there's just better dialogue for Isabella.
Jeez. Isabella gives a wink and blows a kiss.
Oh, whatever. It was a silly question anyway.
And he's a blind idiot, especially if he's going by the cute one.
Sally chuckles but rolls her eyes.
All right, you two. Pay up and get out of here while we clean. Thanks, guys.
Max, why are you such a jerk? Like, yes, I know, the dialogue seemed to be much nicer for Sally, but anyways. Thank you. Memphis punches me in the arm and points outside. Pluck down the cash and we head out, waving goodbye as we head our separate ways. Another event! What the heck?
Right. Well, so let's do this event and then we'll probably have to call it a night because it's about 10.
Yeah, hold on a sec. This is week 6.
Week 6, Tuesday.
Oh, it's a Rakesh event.
Cool. So we can skip it, and then after we finish skipping the event, we'll probably call it a night.
Yeah. I grab up one of my last books and close up my room. I know. I wanted to see. I know, but the fact that we chose Sally, she could still make it. Like, let's be honest here. Both Sally and Isabella are both good choices. I'm gonna be honest here. They are amazing.
Yeah, and depending on what is required, we might still be able to get both. I'm not sure though.
I can't guarantee both, but let's see what we can do. Anyways, grab up the last of my books and close up my room. Maybe if I know. Oh, no,
Hey, no, that's my line. Maybe if no, I don't think I. What the? I don't think I can paint with my teeth. Oh, he has something in his mouth.
That's not odd. Not at all. Nope. Whoa!
Dang. Like, not looking to romance Rakesh, but he has the best sense of interior design, no question.
Seriously. Rakesh, what are you up to? Apparently what he's up to is sitting in front of a canvas, half inside some kind of weird suit, holding a paintbrush in his teeth. I mean, this time.
Ah, Max, just in time.
Oh god, no, you're gonna bring us into something really weird, aren't you?
And we're gonna say no, and that's gonna be the scene.
Aww.
I have been commissioned for the first time.
Aww. Hey, that's
Aw,
great.
congrats.
Hey, that's great news, but that doesn't explain anything, but that's great news.
Ah, yes. The art store is having a sale and they wanted some posters done of their mascot.
He points to this fuzzy suit.
Oh my god.
I swear.
Looks like something from Five Nights at Freddy's.
I was gonna say that, but I was refraining. Unfortunately, I think I know where this is going. He wants us to wear the suit.
That's gonna be a no, good buddy.
Skip! And I don't think I want any part of it. Just hang it in a corner and paint it that way, Rakesh.
That might work, but I need to see how it looks on a body. Ah, I know. Excuse me, Max. I must visit the local department store.
Uh-oh. Rakesh, no stealing mannequins. It's just creepy, bro.
Damn. Once more, I am stumped then.
Oh dear, he was actually considering stealing a mannequin.
Respect for that though, but no.
I'm sure you'll figure out, Rakesh. I gotta get to class. You should probably do that too. Rakesh waves me off without paying attention to me, which is fine. I take off content that I've avoided something terribly embarrassing.
And I think that's perfect timing for us.
Oh, hang on a second. I can't believe it. I can't save. New event!
All right, well, save here. Save here.
This is where we gotta go. Boing. And... Oh, wait. Anyway. Yes, I already saved.
Yeah.
There.
Well, fun as always. And I like that we sort of had a detour for the night that just it ended up being that whole extended Halloween scene was 5 points for Rakesh, who we're not trying to romance anyways, but it was a really fun mystery scene, even if it was an easy mystery.
Yeah. But we also...
Plus we had the fun scenes with Dominic.
Yeah, and some spice.
And we got to see good old Wadsworth again.
It's been a while since I've had Wadsworth.
Yeah.
Because Wadsworth is a bit higher. He's up here. He's more snooty. Whereas Dominic is more low down here. Oh, goodness me.
Oh my. And a lot of oh my.
Yes, it is
too.
closer to an oh my. Yeah, you just need to get that on a hotkey.
I should, but I don't have that. Well, on command. But
Yeah.
Anyways.
Oh, well. Well, thank you everyone for tuning in. This has been RJ and Joel. This is a lot of fun. We'll be back next Thursday continuing with Roommates. As always, please be sure to follow us here on Twitch and on YouTube and on Facebook and Twitter as well, because you'll get announcements regarding our daily content here at Digital Era Entertainment. Tomorrow afternoon at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, I will be back along with Mario, Franji, and Emmy for the D Kai podcast, our weekly anime club podcast. Not sure what we're going to talk about, but I did just have an idea, so we will see what happens. And next week is actually going to be very special because next week is the 50th episode of D Kai, and it's also going to be next Saturday, the 20th, as I mentioned earlier, our special radio drama performance of The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya's Endless Eight. We're doing a special 8-person cast that will be rotating through each iteration, so it's going to be actually a lot more fun to perform and listen to than probably watching, because watching it's literally just the same thing, but this time around you're actually going to get 8 different performances by 8 different performers, so different dynamics of characters bouncing off each other, different sort of interpretations of the lines, and we've got a really special sort of reunion cast of people from the Digital Era Entertainment history. At this time, only Mario and I are the only 2 people in the cast that are from the regular radio drama cast. Everyone else is a special guest this time around, so we're very much looking forward to it and hope you'll join us for it. Other than that, as always, remember to be sure to visit our sponsor, Image Anime, the wonderful local anime store in New York City. So if you're able to get there in person, that's great. If not, they do ship across the United States, so you can still use that discount code DISCOUNT20 to get 20% off any in-stock items between now and the end of the year. RJ, you got anything?
No. Other than, man, this has been a lot of fun again.
Yeah, this game and Max have very much grown on me. I'm glad he is not as much of a deliberate scumbag as he was in the beginning of that first stream. So yeah, I'm looking forward to continuing this. And until
So we also did all the shilling. We also did all the we also made a bot be gone.
Yeah, I liked that line though. Be gone, bot.
Oh yeah, and I'm kind of curious how far we're going, because I think there was a game that got recently announced. Got released. It's not the Detective Club, but it was also a visual novel. It's on the Switch. I think.
Oh yeah, well, so personally at this point, I'd rather just keep going until we finish Roommates, and then we can go to the other visual novels when we're done. I am now invested in Roommates. I want to finish it.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, after we do this, we can actually see if we can play that, but I kind of forgot when Detective Club is out.
I think it was coming out in April or something.
Okay. So we might actually finish this before we might actually this thing might go along if the how we're doing these things. We might finish this and Detective Club might be out by then.
Yeah, probably.
Let's go with it, and I can't wait. And God, man, also the fact that look at all the new art that we just got just from this episode alone.
Yeah,
New
they
characters,
had a couple side steps with some of their scenery, but other things were new and fresh.
Indeed. But other than that, I can't wait to see what that subject is for tomorrow's D-Kai. And man, I feel like I want to rewatch some episodes of Suzumiya Haruhi. Probably won't do season 2 though, considering what I heard about it. Considering that contains the Endless Eight.
Yeah, you could watch it to appreciate what you're going to be hearing.
Yeah.
Or you could not and listen to it first and sort of go through it all unspoiled, I suppose, not knowing how it ends.
Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go watch the show, but I'll have the feeling of listening to it, because Saturdays are usually a very busy time for me. Other than that, I have my own channel going on, which is RJ Car, but we're here. I shouldn't really shill my channel, but hey. Anyways, hopefully you guys have had an enjoyable time, and just as we have been, I am very glad that this confirms that we do have the no nudity version, because I'm pretty sure that the nudity version would have probably had
would have had something for Dominic there.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Oh my.
So yeah, I'm glad we were able to have the non-nudity version.
Yes, very good indeed.
Anyways,
Well,
take us
I
out.
think we're about done here.
Oh, is it going to take us
Yep.
out?
Do we have anything else?
No,
Are we
that's
good to
it.
go?
No, we're good to go.
Cool.
Set the scene in a local band's big dream. Axe is ready in my hand. I feel the scream, the heartache of a teen. Check this microphone, we'll take a stand. If I could be with you, maybe all this could be true. One show, let's go. So long to be nameless.
Good evening, everybody.
Broadcasting live from Twitch.tv, it's Joel and RJ.
Yeah! Another Thursday today, huh?
Yeah,
Man, what a week it's been.
indeed. So, last week we decided that we are going to be going after Sally primarily.
Sally or Isabel.
Yeah. Well, I think we flipped a coin in that the decision was going to be
No, it
Sally.
was the choice that it was the choice of it was the choice of who that during that choosing of, hey, did we like there was a argument between, you had to choose between
Which scene? Got it. Yeah.
it wasn't really anything like that big. So anyways, I think we also went through a very interesting hold on a second, I just realized something. No, I always gotta remember that. 0, 0. There we go. Forgot to reset the sound settings, so it should be better now. Because I have to change it every time. Depends if I'm using console or PC, and I kind of forget that part. Anyways, so we actually had a very what do you call that? A very interesting episode last week.
Yeah, that we went to a Halloween party that sort of became a another mystery sim. It was pretty easy ultimately in the end, but still had a good time with it.
And you basically got your clue.
I got to reprise Wadsworth from Clue, which was very fun.
Yeah. Man, speaking of live streaming, I did a live stream of Ring Fit Adventure yesterday. I spent 10 minutes talking to people, not realizing that the mic was
You
off.
muted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was embarrassing. Anyways, so let's continue forward.
Yeah.
Where did we last left off?
Past this.
That's Wednesday.
Yeah.
New event! Oh, speaking of which, hang on a second. I forgot. We need...
Bring up that guide.
Yeah, I need to bring up that guide.
Because I figure we can still be going for both most of the time. With the decision that we're going to go towards Sally, that means that we should be aiming a bit more on the active stat. But,
And also, we're
we
not
should...
gaming for... What's her name again? We forgot. We're not doing... God, I forgot her name already. Anne, right. We're not doing Anne because we want to say... We're basically saving her from the guy that is Max.
She's too good for us.
She's too good for Max. Anyways. Alright, ready to go?
Yep.
Alright. Man, it's third. Man, I can't believe it. It's middle of Wednesday. Anyways. I suppose it's been a long week. What's going on? I suppose I could see what's going on tonight, but honestly, it's been a pretty long week. Oh man, that sentiment is very relatable. I think I've earned a nice night inside. I bed in my room when I hear Isabella humming some wordless tune. Uh-oh. Excuse me?
Oh my.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, whoa.
Like, I don't even know what this is because it's like sort of it's almost a Ghostbusters jumpsuit, but then you've got this cheetah fur that's like it's not a scarf, it's like wrapping all around her. It's almost like a snake.
Yeah.
I mean, she wears it well.
Very well.
Matches her hair.
I'm wondering. I'm also noticing the sleeves inside right here. Maybe is there like a
Yeah,
suit?
like this isn't even a thing of it being dated to 2013. Fashion was never like this. At least not fashion that I've been aware of. Anyways, let's continue.
I peek my head. I peek my head in. Looks like she's got some plans. And the internet, in the words of internet historian, fashion. What is fashion? Is this a fashion? Anyways. She hasn't mentioned any parties, which means she's probably going out with that bastard Chad. Probably going to take her out for a great evening of feeling his biceps. I don't know what she sees in that shirt, but I guess it's not really my place to tell her who to date. Then again, I've never backed down from a challenge before. Maybe. Are we gonna? do I have to say those 3 letters?
Huh?
Are we gonna NTR this?
I feel like it's an event for her, so we have to take it.
Okay. Try to have a chat or just go with my original plan and relax for a while. Damn! Damn, babe, you're gonna fry his eyelids off if you go in that outfit. Isabella jumps at the sound of my voice, but gives me a grin and she looks at me.
Hey, hot stuff. And I don't think it's a good date unless Chad's eyebrows start to sizzle a little, you know?
That's a very interesting outfit for a date, if that's actually the case. You really think that guy can stand the heat? Bet he can't even take more than a warm-up.
Oh, I think he'll do fine. He's already seen me flirty drunk, so sober and hot shouldn't be too hard for him. He's been pretty stand-up so far.
Please, you need a man who can go toe-to-toe with a phoenix.
Ha! Hey, it's not me that needs to rise again, hot stuff.
Eh?
Oh my.
Anyways.
Anyway, turn around, no free peeks.
Oh wait, she's not actually changing into that?
I don't know.
Okay, anyways. Ah, crap. Where was I? Okay. What? Rip off.
You want a show? Buy a ticket, big shot.
Okay, now I'll do it.
Oh my.
Oh, do you have Oh My on cue again?
Yes.
Nice.
Oh, are you selling now? Isabella ignores that one and continues to get dressed while I look out the door.
I think Chad's going to like this one.
Does he even have that much taste?
He's surprisingly discerning, actually.
Oh, so he knows the difference between you and a football. I guess that's a step up from the usual.
Oh, shut up. He's got a decent eye for what he likes. Case in point, how do I look?
Oh, she's not gonna go for me? Fine, but ask me how she looks.
Tell her she looks gorgeous. You compliment her.
Yeah, I know. Tell you don't care. Okay. To the 30s!
That was about as easy an event as it gets.
Yeah, but I have to admit, she's looking damn. Okay, she looks damn hot. And just because I'm feeling a little dismissed, that's no reason to be a jerk to her. At least he's being nice about it. You look hot as hell, babe. Same as always. I try to sound enthusiastic, at least try to pretend for her. I still can't believe she flirts with me like this, but goes out with another guy. I'm gonna bail, alright. I don't wait for a response, and I just turned him ahead to my room.
Hey, hold up, hot stuff.
I pause and turn back to Isabella. She was standing just behind me, leans in closer, speaking to me softly.
Look, I think we both know where this is going, right? I mean, I like you a lot.
Yeah, I like you too.
I really don't have fun with guys just for the sake of it. Moreover, I've really got good taste in guys. You may not believe it, but I do. And when it comes to guys, well, there are some guys that you have some fun with,
guys you string along and go on a few dates with. And then there are guys you want to save for when you're really ready to try getting serious with someone. The ones you take home to mama. Know what I mean?
Not really.
Damn it, Max, you idiot! How dense are you?
Oh.
The point is, good things are worth waiting for, and I am definitely a damn good thing. Even if I am gonna have some fun with a chump for a while. Okay, so she admits he's a chump.
Oh, so she admits that she's also stringing him along, too.
Yeah.
So, okay. Well, that's...
She's basically saying, let me have my fun with Chad, and you and I might talk actual serious stuff down the line.
Yeah, she actually's got that plan.
I almost feel a bit bad for Chad, but we also know him to just be a genuine asshole, so I don't.
Yeah. Isabella cuts me off by pressing a finger against my lips and briefly kissing the back of her finger. Oh! Oh!
Just think about it. In the meanwhile, I'm gonna go knock Chad's socks off.
I really don't know what just happened. Isabella's gone before I ask her.
Because you don't know what subtext is, or even the faintest amount of implication. Jeez, that wasn't even subtle.
Yep. Daddy's unsure if he wants to approve. I wander over to my room and been in a bit of a stupor and just lay down on my bed. Good things are worth waiting for, huh? Don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Max! I guess it all really means is don't give up. Did someone say
Sure.
Don't give
Fine.
up. See that? No, not now. All right, so we're gonna continue here.
Dun, bum, bum, bum.
New
New evento.
I think my professor hates me. I know he didn't cover those damn questions during his lectures. Oh, that sounds like...
Oh, I hate it when that happens.
Oh, I know that feeling.
That's the heckin' worst.
I hate it when they do that. It's like, that wasn't on the material. Maybe you should have studied harder. I'm like, really? I want to say that to someone's face sometime. But anyways. I just want to head up to my room for a jam for a bit. Joik. Hey guys, I'm home. Anybody else have a terrible... No sooner have I opened my mouth than a little sucker dart has attached itself to my forehead.
Ooh, Nerf Wars! Reach for the sky! Oh, no, wait, no. I'm not Tim Allen here. No, wait. Tim Allen played Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah.
Who played Woody? Shoot, why am I forgetting who played Woody?
Forrest Gump?
No, I'm talking about Toy Story. Who played Woody?
That's what I'm saying. Hey.
Well, Tom Hanks.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Tom Hanks. Okay, that's right. Reach for the sky, Max. You've got no hope of defeating the Rowdy Bunch.
Wow. I was almost gonna say she was gonna say Roundup Gang.
I almost thought like Rowdy Ronda Rousey or something, but I was like, this is way too early for that.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Reach for the sky.
Your chances are slimmer than finding an open spot on the commute train to Bihar. What he said. Now drop those books, sucker.
Isabella and Rakesh are standing in the dining area holding dart blasters leveled at me. Suddenly,
Did you ever use dart blasters in college?
Nope, I didn't. I did at MagFest.
All right, so a little bit of a story time. At the University of Maryland back in the day, there was, I forget what the exact name was, but it was something along the lines of like the Nerf Activity Society. But bottom line is, the big thing that they did every semester was they had a 2-week-long humans versus zombies game. The way it would work is you would be given just a scrap of cloth, an orange scrap of cloth. And there would start with one zombie. Zombies wear the cloth as a headband. Humans wear it as an armband. And if a zombie grabs your armband,
you are then a zombie. If you shoot a zombie with a Nerf dart or hit them with a Nerf sword, that like swords and melees were allowed as well, they could not pursue you for, I believe it was 1 minute. And it was a 2-week thing, 24 hours a day. Safe zones were inside the dorms, inside any academic building, well, inside any building generally on campus. And it was the entirety of the University of Maryland campus, which is a big honking campus. Like it is a beautiful, huge campus. So you're walking around between classes, you're going to and from the dining hall, and it was an event. There would be usually on average 150 to, I don't know, maybe 300 people per semester doing this. And it was 2 weeks. So it started with one, and they made sure that the alpha zombie, as they called it, was someone very athletic. So they would be good at catching people. And it would play out just like a proper zombie thing. That usually one of the most dangerous places you could go was the dining halls. I remember that I actually made a point to not go to the dining halls very often during those 2 weeks if I was still a human, at least not during normal hours, because that was where you would have zombies sort of just camping out near the exits, waiting for people to come out, and you could get ambushed. It was just a good time, and they would have events every 2 to 3 days, so that way, it wasn't just people getting turned during the day. Depending on how the events went, so like there might be an objective of, okay, you're looking for a part of the cure, or you found a doctor, you need to escort them from one end of campus to the other end of campus in order to get them to safety so they can work on a cure for the zombie disease. And depending on how it went, the zombies or humans respectively would get some sort of buff. So there was one where it was like, defend this territory for a time. And since the humans won that, it meant that for the rest of those 2 weeks that area, that it became a safe point. So you could be in there and zombies couldn't tag you. And it was just so much fun. It was unlike anything else I've ever played before, and I doubt I'll ever play anything like that ever again, because the idea of it going 2 weeks nonstop, it just on a college campus was so freaking cool. And so, like, people having, like, good Nerf equipment was a big thing, and it was fun, like, just walking around campus, and you had to make sure that, all right, once you walk into a building, I need to put my Nerf revolver away, because, some people who don't know what's going on will give you a bit of a funny look, but at the same time, enough people knew it on campus, so you wouldn't get in trouble for it, but there would be times like campus police got called on us a few times, not because we did anything wrong, but because people saw like a commotion and got worried, and they were like, can we get the campus police to check it out? And they were like, oh no, it's just the Nerf Activity Society. So yeah, good times. Anyways, back to this.
And not looking at Bakemonogatari. Anyways, wait, what was I saying about Bakemonogatari? What was that other thing that had Monogatari in it? Katanagatari! Shit. Anyways. Suddenly, a bunch of darts bloom in. What is this? What is that? God, what is that, Gilgamesh's thing again?
I don't know.
What Gilgamesh does in Fate's Day?
I have not seen Fate.
Unlimited Blade Works! Yeah, the Unlimited Blade Works where the swords just come in like from like different dimensions, just shoot and just like bloom like out of the walls, and they just come straight towards. Anyways, that's what I'm getting when I see a bunch of darts bloom on the wall behind Isabella. Anyways, who suddenly goes diving behind a common room couch. Oh, right.
Oh, no, you don't. You rowdy bunch have had the run of this place for far too long. Now it's time for the Serene Gang to put you in your place. Yeah.
And apparently Anne and Sally were upstairs. Their guns pointed at me and the other two. Both sides look at me somewhat expectantly. Oh, snap. Let's do it.
Check the guide to see who this is actually going to end up being for. I want to play this event regardless. This is too fun a setup to not do.
Let's see. So, if we choose, we actually have to choose a gang.
Oh, okay.
Let's do it.
Yep.
Ladies, and Rakesh, there's more than enough for me to go around. You don't have to shoot each other.
That's true. I guess we could just shoot you.
I go diving for cover as a bunch more darts suddenly appear on the front door, just where my head was. Wait, I'm unarmed!
That just makes you easier to shoot, hot stuff.
I take a quick look at my options and see that both Rakesh and Anne are dual wielding. Wow, Anne can dual wield? Nice. Unless any of you guys wants to give up your spare gun for me?
I don't know. Isabella and I are only a spray of doves away from being my own John Woo movie.
I still haven't managed to jump out shooting 2 guns yet. I think I can't get it right this time. No, I think it's a good idea. Come join our side of the fight, kid. We'll treat you real nice.
Deep. Deep. Wait a sec. Yeah, actually, there we go. Yeah, we low on Sally.
Well, we've taken every opportunity for Sally that we have. There just haven't been as many opportunities for her yet.
Yeah. Ooh, sexy Nerf Knight.
Oh, no, you don't. Come join our side, Max. We're the side that's right. We'll finally be able to tame this Wild West dormitory.
The side of justice.
Never. Our side has goodies. No, we're the goodies. Their side has baddies.
Everyone groan. Cause Sally. You're not doing yourself any favors, Sally. Still should probably pick soon. Their trigger fingers are looking mighty itchy.
Join the Serene Gang.
Yeah! Well, after much consideration, I'm afraid the Serene Gang has a higher ratio of ladies to dudes.
I mean, you can't argue with them there.
Traitor.
Batman voice. Justice!
Justice.
Justice, I'm Batman. Isabella immediately begins firing at me, with backup from Rakesh. Luckily, the Serene Gang's got my back and they begin to return fire.
Max, here you go.
It's like a scene out of a movie. She tossed the gun like it floats in slow motion in my leaping hand. Snyder effects. Hey, speaking of which... I turn around and bring it to bear on the rowdy gang who are retreating to the kitchen. Oh boy. Pop, pop, pop. Rakesh takes one into the face and one to the knee. I was doing fine until I took a dart in the knee.
Yeah, they're on the run now. Get up, Max. We got 'em cornered.
Okay.
It's the cornered rat that fights the hardest.
Yeah, come and get us if you think you can.
Together, the Serene Gang sneak up on the kitchen door. We all look at each other and nod, ready to burst through the door.
On 3, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Isabel and Rakesh come out bursting out before we have a chance to rid ourselves. Not without casualties, but the two make a fighting charge through our defenses. Chasing after our enemies, the fight rages through the house for the next few hours. Finally, everyone collapses in the common room, laughing.
I'm holy hell. What the hell happened in here?
I was waiting for that. Also, nice suit.
Yeah, like, actually, this is Dominic's best look yet.
Indeed, it does.
You did this, didn't you, Max? I should kick you out of the dorm for this. No, I don't even care who started this. Get to cleaning. What are you, 12? Clean this place up. I mean, right now... Oh.
Dominic's face is suddenly covered in darts, and a lot of us are running for our room. Yeah. No, they are like, nah, F that, let's bolt. Totally worth it.
Totally worth it indeed.
That was a great scene. Okay, let me check. Who's awesome? I'm awesome. Who's awesome? I'm awesome. Okay. done with it. Just gonna go sleep. Knowledge assimilation 100% completed. Please insert new book. Maybe we should try to do tandem. Sometimes you gotta ask. What the heck? He's being nice? Oh. Stuffing McStuffington. Anyways. So are we gonna still... So this is the new week. This is week 7. Are we okay?
All right, we're doing pretty good. We're at 95 energy. We should start giving a bit more priority to active if we're gonna go for Sally.
So, if I remember correctly, we
so-
actually removed 1 sleep early?
No,
No.
none of those. Go to the cafeteria again, see if any of those are active. Football water boy, I think.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
Okay. And
Check the pub one again.
pub is spontaneous. Wall climbing is the active.
Yeah, let's do wall climbing.
Okay, so we got 3 wall climbs, 2 pubs.
Yeah, so this is going to supercharge our active because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 actives and 3 spontaneous because we still need spontaneous, but not as many.
All right. So
Actually, no, wait. Change 1 more spontaneous to active if you can.
so cafeteria to water boy.
Yes. Because check the pub one.
Pub one.
How many
spontaneous? Plus
6, yeah, because we need only 8 more to get to the spontaneous level for
The first.
for Sally,
Okay.
but we need to get 150 active, so we need to start investing more there.
Yeah. No. Wait. No. Wait. We're gonna need 150 for both of them, anyways.
Well, no, because we can't get both.
No. But I'm saying whoever we make it to first,
Yes, but I thought we decided that we were going to go for Sally.
or Isabella. That's what I'm saying. No.
Well, yeah.
Remember, the role I did was choosing that event, that specific event.
Oh, well, we need to sort of start deciding now which we're going to go for in the long run because we were able to straddle the line up until now to get them both up to 100, but since they're almost at 100 now, we actually have to start deciding which one we're going to push to 150.
Okay, we'll figure it out in event. But we'll take this thing right now, right? This whole schedule.
Well, no, so we need to actually decide now because one of these, we can get either of these to 100 this week. The question is, which one are we going to start pushing past 100?
Let me check here for a second. Okay. So we got plenty of time to actually do that.
Oh?
So apparently it's there's this thing called the spring break where
Yeah.
where we actually, that is, what week are we on? 7.
7.
That is not until week 16.
Oh, dang. Okay, never mind. We can absolutely get to 150 for both. Never mind. I thought that there was way less time than that.
Oh, hang on a second.
Cool.
Alright. Hang on a sec. Let me actually make sure I don't mess this up again.
What about the end game? Does it say how many points we need for the end game?
No,
Or
it
is
doesn't.
Spring Break the end game?
No. Spring break is the halfway point.
Mm-hmm.
So this is where things get a little. Oh man, we got time, but we still got. We'll make a choice eventually. Let's see. We need, like, I say, like, put in who we like the most out of the like, collectively. We'll have a discussion on who we like the most between Sally or Isabella. Like, let's run these few weeks, and then we'll make a decision. That okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So, speaking of which, are we done with this week? Are we ready to go with it?
Yeah, this should be fine.
Okay. So that's what my tuition went. Blah 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 blah. New week. Week 7, Monday night. Okay. Anyways, I can't believe the weekend went by so quickly. It's the last week of the quarter, though. Oh, jeez. Quarterfinal. Anyways, So everyone's busy studying. No big parties, no get-togethers or anything. Jeez. Midterms. Is that midterms or finals, actually?
Depends on the system. So, like, because if you're doing if you're on a semesterly system, the quarter would be the midterm because that is the middle of your term. But if you're on a quarterly system, then this would technically be finals.
We don't even know what kind of system he's on. Then that makes it worse.
Well, he said it's the end of the quarter, therefore they're on a quarter system. They were on a half year, he'd say semester.
All right. Okay then. You'd almost think I'd enroll out of school or something. The way all these nerds clammed up. Even Lan House was pretty quiet. At least Sally let me come play with her new puppy. I'm not really sure how she's kept that thing secret from Douche. Yeah, wait. Yeah, I'm surprised. How did she keep that a secret from him? Today's class was mostly making sure everyone understood the material on the test. And then you're just going to give us things that weren't on the material. Which basically means time means over more studying. As I get to the top of the stairs, I'm about to get to my room. I can see Isabella standing in her doorway. She's just staring inside like there's something there. I get to my own door. She's still standing in the doorway. I'm not sure if I should see what's up or not. Maybe she wants to be left alone?
Play event.
And again, maybe it's something I can help with. I quietly creep behind Isabella, reaching out. Sally tickle her briefly with the curve of her weight. Dude!
Ah, Max, you creep. Stop that.
She playfully hits me a few times and then waggles a finger. The grin on her face tells me she's not really mad. Yeah, seriously, don't do that. Hey, babe, what's up? Forget it's your room?
Oh, no, sorry.
She seems to go vacant for a moment, then just goes into her room kind of quietly. Now I'm actually concerned. No, really, Isabella, what's up?
Oh, I'm fine. Look, my final tomorrow is a big one, and I've been studying all weekend, you know? And I still don't think I know this stuff.
Oh yeah, that's what finals can do to you. You gotta be doing better than you gotta be doing better than I am, babe.
No offense, hot stuff, but my desk hits the books harder than you do.
None taken.
I think I just need to relax a bit, but with everyone worried about finals, nothing's going on. Heck, even Chad has to study. Apparently, if he fails another class, he's off the football team.
Let him fail. That guy's literally a walking cliche, you know that?
Shut up. It's just a lot of stress, you know?
Oh god, this is gonna be a de-stressing event, isn't it? Yeah, I understand.
Well, hell, you're here now, cutie. We can have a party for two.
Hell yeah, let's party! Isabella flops down on her bed, stretching for a moment, then folding herself to reach underneath it. She comes back, holding up a bottle of rum.
The rum's not gone. Come on, close the door and come relax with me. We can forget about the pressure for a little while and just have some fun.
Whoa, I knew there's a reason why I like you. Yeah, I'll take a hit or two.
What, that's it? There's a whole bottle here. You're not gonna make me finish it off myself, are you?
I swear, if you get a hangover the next day for finals, that's gonna be your fault. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Called it. Nailed it.
What about your test? You don't want to be hungover? Isabel drops the bottle on the bed and wanders off to her desk for a moment. I close the door behind me. She returns holding a magic marker and gives me a hither's stare. Holding a marker with me with one hand, lifts her shirt up over her belly with the other.
Easy. You should know I always have the right answers, especially if you help me get them all over my body.
What?
I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
And the thing is, I'm not sure which is the correct answer here. What does the guide say?
Is encourage her to study.
Yeah, encourage her to study.
Yeah. Alright, give me the bottle. Isabel giggles and hands me the bottle, which I promptly put behind my back as I sit against the wall. You're not fooling me, you know. You want me to think you're just a party girl, but I'm not buying it. What is this self-doubt crap, huh? Oh, crap, I meant. I'm gonna beat the crap out of any test they throw. You're gonna beat the crap out of any. You're gonna beat the crap out of any test they throw at you. Isabel sighs at me and flops down on the bed.
Yeah, I know. It's just stressful. I mean, there's a lot riding on my education. I guess it gets to me sometimes.
Well, I don't really know what you mean. I'm kind of a slacker and school's not really my thing.
Yeah, I kind of noticed. But you're not stupid either, Max.
Yeah, so let's both hit the books and we'll actually come out of this thing with an education.
Hopefully a little more than just that.
Let it never be said I wasn't capable of putting off partying. You know, for a little bit anyway.
Huh. Thanks, hot stuff. I feel better.
Isabel leans over and kisses me on the cheek.
Now get out of here. I have some boring advice to follow.
I laugh and head back to my room. The next day, Isabel seems really happy. Guess she managed to pass. I'm proud of her. Hey, there you go. Oh, that was a very nice character development for
How wholesome.
that was super wholesome. And yes, for Dancing Red Sox, he's giving motivational talk. I did not see that coming. Keep up the good work, even though, yeah. Well, that certainly... exactly what Mac said. Well, that certainly happened. Chad being nice? I think that does it. I don't think I could be any more ready for finals. I'm actually not sure what to do with myself now.
Hey, Max, do you have a second? I think I could use a little bit of help.
Oh god, what does this douchebag want? I guess. You sure you didn't mean to go to Anne's room?
She's studying. You clearly aren't. Come on, it'll only take a bit.
So, what's up?
I got behind on grading papers. I need some help to get them done before tomorrow. They're for finals, so it has to be done quick.
Okay, hold on. Who is this for? Monday is...
Tuesday, week 7.
Yeah, I don't see it yet.
It could be a trap event. We've seen ones before that just have no actual stat value to them.
Yeah, I'll suck.
Does the guide say anything?
No, it doesn't.
Tuesday, week 7, in that case, it's a trap event. Skip.
The thing is that week 7 you said, right?
Yes. It's Tuesday or Wednesday, week 7.
Yeah. It's only there's only week 7. So skip it.
Skip it.
Yeah. Sorry, Dominic.
Sorry, Dominic, we are not courting you.
Nah, sounds boring. I'm done with all my stuff, so I think I'm gonna head out. Good luck with that, though.
You jackass. Seriously, I'm here with my hat in my hand.
You're not wearing a hat.
It's a saying, you dumbass. Fine, go. You're obviously too stupid to be grading papers anyway.
Oh, that was kind of neat. Oh, that was kind of sad. I actually am curious what would have happened there. But oh well. My eyes! There's... Yep, see, I knew that was going to happen. I can't believe it. Oh my... Wow, that was That was like only like a day of finals?
Well, it was 3 days of finals, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or something like that.
I guess, but anyways. Oh, my finals are done. That was grueling. Winter break is set to start after this week. Apparently, there are makeup finals on Friday before they officially... Oh, okay. That's nice. So if he fails, he can make it up. That means I get to spend Thanksgiving with my new roommate. Everyone's pretty happy about their test being over. Even if we bombed a test, we're just happy to have them over with. That's a feeling. I never failed my midterms, just saying. Of my finals. So I'm good. Most of us slept in today, catching up on sleep. We've been missing from the last few days of studying. Oh, geez, that's not good for you. Since Sal and Rakesh are doing the cooking, the rest of us took the opportunity to watch some movies. I'm a little bummed. Missed my family's Thanksgiving. My mom's turkey would make a grown man cry. It's so good. But hanging out with my new roommates has been good too. Even Douchenick's relaxed.
Hey, Anne, Max, one of you want to come here and give us a hand real quick?
Everything okay? Oh.
Everything's okay in there, right?
Oh yeah, it's fine. We just need a little help with some of the cutting. I can go, or were you going to?
I assume this is for, Sally.
Oh, you'll see later. You stay out here. I'll help.
Okay, come on, Max.
Oh, you are helping us? Thank you, Max.
Okay, I'm trying to put this together. I'm trying to put together this lasagna. I have to lay the noodles down. Can you help slice the vegetables?
I remembered back then when I called lasagna lasagna. Sure. I pick up the knife and start slicing the zucchini.
Oh, get these apples as well, please. I am making a stuffing.
Ooh, apple stuffing? Okay, I'll get those next.
Thank you.
Vegetable lasagna, Sally?
Yep, whole wheat noodles, chopped spinach, vegan cream cheese. It's gonna be great.
That actually sounds tasty. Yeah, I guess that's why you got turkey duties. Rakesh, no vegan problems for you?
No, I'm not vegetarian. I don't eat beef, though.
Lucky for you, hamburgers on Thanksgiving would... Yeah, lucky for you, hamburgers on Thanksgiving would be really weird.
Ew, yeah, it would. Are you gonna try my lasagna, Max?
I suppose it can't kill me. You know it's Thanksgiving when carbs are everywhere. Thanks, Dancing Red Sox.
Gee, thanks.
We all chuckle as we bustle about the kitchen. Once I got all the cutting done, I take the goods to their respective cooks.
Oh, thank you, Max. Put those in here. I need to put this into the turkey at the moment. In a moment.
Actually, Max, could you give me a hand over here? I have to lay this sauce out in good layers so it doesn't get all runny.
Duh, we're helping Sally.
Duh.
30! Let me help Sally real quick, then I'll help you.
I think I can manage. Don't worry about me.
Okay, Rakesh. I was gonna say okay, Max, but it's becoming a habit.
Thanks, Max. Here, you put the veggies in and I'll pour over them. Then we need to do a next layer. The next layer, whatever.
Okay. Any big plans for winter vacation?
Not really. I can't really afford to head home for the holiday, so I'll probably just be around here.
Do you miss your family this time of year?
A little. I mean, my dad always used to barbecue the turkey. He had a big fire pit and he'd be out there all day.
Like a real American.
He was devastated when I decided to go vegetarian.
And she's blushing while saying it?
Well, yeah, because it's sort of a, like,
An embarrassing thing?
you know, sort of.
Alright.
He even tried taking me to a turkey farm once.
Like that was gonna help? Wow, how'd that go?
Not how he expected. He was trying to talk about how ugly they were, and I ran in and started trying to hug them.
Aww.
I probably wanted him for the next 3 days to let me have one as a pet.
Are turkeys good pets?
No. Turkeys can actually hurt you. Like, if it's a full-grown turkey, those things are big.
Ah, man, I actually remember, like, turkeys crossing the streets a couple of times in my town. Or no, not the town. Like, you know, like, it's kind of weird to see, like, turkeys, like...
Where the heck did you live that there was turkey crossing?
Oh, New Jersey!
What part of New Jersey?
North
Must have been
Jersey!
like,
Yeah,
I guess there's rural parts of every state.
Yeah, there's I was one time there was like a couple of times where actually like when I had to drive to my mom's work, we encountered like turkeys and geese crossing the road a couple of times. It was a weird thing. But hey, interestingly, it didn't look like there were any farms nearby either. It was completely urban.
Well, wild turkeys.
I guess. I was kind of wondering if we could actually take one, but I think that's against the law.
Probably. Anyway.
Anyways.
That's one of the reasons I'm happy to be here with you guys. I don't have to worry about hurting anyone's feelings with my choices. Plus, meeting all you has been so much fun for me.
How wholesome. Hey, I'm certainly happier for having met you.
Oh, please, flatterer.
She's grinning, though. No, really, you've shown me some cool stuff since I got here. I'm glad you're my roommate.
Said the title of the game, Take a Shot.
I'm pretty happy I met you too. You're pretty cool, Max. Good. Now help me get this over to the oven.
Okay, Mario says Laura's never experienced a turkey crossing, but she did verify there's lots of turkeys in New Jersey. And Dancing Red Sox apparently found a lot of wild turkeys while she was while she lived in Jersey.
Huh. I am also ready. Have we got everything we need?
Do we?
I think so. Let's get it set up and move to the next phase.
Together, we gather up all the things going into the oven and put them in. For the next several hours, I help Rakesh and Sally in the kitchen, cutting, chopping, snacking.
Max, keep your fingers out of there.
What? Finally, after all our hard work, we can call the others to get to the table.
It's about time. We're starving out here. Yeah, you can't rush perfection.
You can't rush perfection.
It smells delicious, Sally.
But will it taste delicious? Sally grins as we start putting the food on the table.
Wow, that's a great looking turkey, Rakesh.
Thank you very much.
Oh, look at this wholesome
Look
gathering
at the
here.
family. The whole family's here.
As SpongeBob says, the gang's all here.
Wait, you mean Max didn't get in the way?
Oh, shut up. Everyone sits and starts digging in the food right away. We've got turkey, cranberry biscuits, both vegan and regular. Sally's vegan lasagna, candied yams, and mashed potatoes.
Oh, candied yams. That's the good stuff.
It's a huge spread and everyone's taking some of everything. Wow, this lasagna is actually pretty good. I know it's lasagna, but it's a habit saying lasagna.
Lasagna.
Lasagna! Anyways. Dancing Red Sox has so many carbs. She's not wrong.
Yes, this is truly delicious.
And full of carbs.
Wow, yeah, this is really good.
And full of carbs.
Aw, thanks everyone. I'm glad you like it. And the carbs.
Anyways.
Hey, carbs are vegan.
Yeah, that's true. Everyone is quiet for a bit, and as we all chow down, I can see Sally sneaking a few scraps of... sneaking a few scraps in the small bag at her side. Probably for the puppy. I quietly slip a few pieces of turkey as well. She grins at me as I slip the pieces in her bag. After all, I'm all for spoiling our little secret. Finally, our meal begins to slow down as people start to fill up.
So full.
Of carbs.
That was really, really good. And carby.
There's still some food on the table, but we devoured most of it. Damn. That's like that. I almost imagine that scene from Teen Titans when they went to Starfire's home planet. Oh man, that turkey was good. I'm going to be having turkey sandwiches for the next month.
I'm just glad my lasagna got finished.
Everyone mumbles their appreciation for the lasagna. I think everyone's making plans for the leftovers.
Well, thank you, chefs, for the incredible food. If nobody minds, we always had a tradition at my place of going around the table and saying what we're thankful for. For instance, I'm thankful that the lot of you yahoos haven't burned the house down on my watch.
I laugh as everyone boos Dominic. Isabella throws a cranberry biscuit at him.
All right. I'm thankful for new friends and a new year.
Hey, Regis Beast!
Hey!
Hey, what'd you miss? You missed a very nice Thanksgiving dinner full of carbs.
And a Nerf war.
And a Nerf war. And some motivational speaking during finals. Anyways. Aw, don't be sad. You still got the rest of the show going on here. Anyways.
Yeah, we still got an hour left.
Yeah.
I'm thankful for her hot students and interesting new prospects.
She winks at me as she says that.
I'm thankful for everyone being so nice to me and making me feel welcome.
And everyone just gives a big aww.
Aww.
Yeah, she's adorable. Let's not, again, protect Anne from Max.
Yes, protect Anne. Well, I think I am most thankful for her gamboge. It has brightened up several of my projects quite beautifully. I also that my parents have not called yet.
Really? Wait, does that mean they?
I don't know what gamboge is.
Gamboge is a partially transparent deep saffron to mustard yellow pigment. It is used to dye Buddhist monk robes because it resembles the traditional color used in the robes of other Buddhist monks.
So it's a dye.
Yep. Yep, and I just did the Google thing. Anyways.
I'm thankful for a house that understands my choices and does their best to live in harmony with each other.
Sally, define harmony.
Hey, this is a relatively harmonious house. Like, Dominic notwithstanding.
And Max, to some extent. Finally, it comes down to me. I have to think about what to say for. Oh, here comes our choices.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Look at these choices! Oh no! And I didn't say.
So, are we going for Anne? I think. I mean, not Anne. Sally.
Well, if I remember correctly, Isabella is currently ahead with the points, so I think we should give one for Sally so she can.
Yeah, because I think this puts both of them at 35 now.
Yeah. Beep. Yep, there we go. Wait, let me actually check the stats. Yep, they're at a tie. I think I'm most thankful for good-looking ladies opening my mind to new ways of doing things. I grin at Sally as I say it, catching her eye. She blushes prettily as we all clap for one another's speeches.
All right. That's enough of the love fest. Did somebody did bring some pie, right? Oh yes, full vegan pumpkin pie.
Good enough! Oh, that actually sounds tasty. We all grab our flocks and back up as we all start talking once again. It's a great meal and a great day with great friends. This is wholesome AF. I'm definitely glad I picked this house to stay in. Aww. Wholesome! Oh my god. Mario in his Dwayne Johnson voice. Do you like pie?
Do you like pie?
I wonder if I actually have a clip of that. You know what? Oh, jeez. So what are you thinking so far? Not since we are reaching the first end of the first hour.
It's good. Had some really strong scenes tonight.
Yeah, that is actually really good.
On to the next one.
Yes!
Just fast forward through these.
Oh, hang on a sec. It's a shame we didn't get that scene on Pie Day. Well, that's how come.
Yeah. Happy belated Pie Day, everyone.
And happy belated St. Patty's Day. Or in Fairly Odd Parents' words, Leprechaunica.
Wait, what?
Okay.
I watched lots of Fairly Odd Parents. Did they actually call it Leprechaunica?
Yeah, they were actually...
Because I freaking love that.
Because, okay, so for those who are not aware, what's this? College farm job unlocked.
Ooh.
Anyways, also winter break. Also, so while I'm doing this, let me talk to you about this episode called Leprechaunica. So what happened is that they were trying to it's like how they have like a Valentine's episode, a Easter episode. I think
Yeah. The holiday specials.
For some reason, their episode of a St. Patrick's Day was not called St. Patrick's Day, but call it Leprechaunica.
I just love that.
I was so laughing
that makes me so happy. Because they never do Hanukkah specials. So
I was like, I'm trying to find
like the only Hanukkah special that they ever had was the Rugrats one, because the Rugrats were Jewish. So that's where, like, if you were a Jewish kid, that's how you had to get your holiday specials, was from Rugrats. But like, it was pretty cool that a show as big as Rugrats really stepped up to the plate as that Jewish representation. That just, they had an awesome Passover special. They had a Hanukkah special. A Maccababy's gotta do what a Maccababy's gotta do.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. I think they had at least one other holiday special. I know they didn't do like Rosh Hashanah or anything because that's just, New Year. That's not really a
I'm actually
well-known
looking
one,
up that
but
episode. What the heck is this It's called Crocker of Gold from the episode. And oh jeez. Anyways, so apparently, according to Cosmo, on Leprechanica, the great potato will rise out of the four-leaf clover fields with chocolate coins and paradio dreidel for everyone. What? And then the great potato will look in the mirror to see if he's the fairest potato of them all. If he isn't, he gives the hotter-looking potato a poison apple. Wait, hold on. Is this Snow White?
huh.
Boiling people on Leprechanica is not a good thing to do, as the great potato will probably zap you with its green eye beams and ends with the last bit of Irish stew drips through the hourglass. This is a weird holiday, but apparently they said this is based on something. Oh yeah. Rugrats even did a Kwanzaa episode. Actually, yeah, that was actually really cool of them to actually do it. They had a Christmas episode, a Hanukkah episode, a Kwanzaa episode. They were actually interestingly, those were episodes that were used when we were learning about holidays in school. They actually used those 3 episodes.
Huh.
It was really cool.
Yeah, because there's not much else to work with.
Yeah, and I think that's a really cool thing for them to do that. Again, I really think that they should teach more on the other holidays. I mean, granted, I do Christmas, but it's really cool for other people to learn about other people's holidays. Anyways, winter break. Oh god.
Just click start to play the big event. Can we save here?
There we go. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Hold on a second. I actually want. Oh my gosh, hold on. I actually want to ask y'all people because I gotta do this. There you go.
Are you ready?
There we go. Alright, let's start. Go! Week 8, Monday. Finals are over and it's finally time for the first break. I think I spent way too long studying this core and not nearly enough time working on my band. All that changes this break, though. Gas finally relented and said I get to headline this week! Just because his main band canceled on him, but who cares? I call it opportunity! I called Memphis over and we're meeting tonight to discuss the playlist. This is going to be a great winter break! I pulled some snacks out of the fridge, got a list of songs on the table. This could really be our big break. Joel.
Oh, sorry. All right, chump, you ready for this?
Memphis, you know it, bro. Did you get Slim's suggestions? She's still at work?
Yeah, she should be off for all the shows, though. Couldn't get the time completely off.
Okay, well, we can work some of our faves into the rotation. Jerry said he didn't care?
You know him. He'll play whenever we say... Can't speak. You know him. He'll play whatever we say to play. He's going to be eyeing the crowd anyway.
As long as he plays his heart out, he can eye screw the whole damn audience for all I care. What?
That's fine. Just don't tell him that. He'll take it as a challenge.
What? Memphis and I flop down on the couch and start going over our best songs. This has got to be a set to remember, bro.
I know. Don't get too worked up, man. We're ready for this.
Yeah, I know. We got this.
Damn right we do. Oh, hey. Gaz wants to know if you want him to camp anybody. Comp anybody. No drinking unless they're over 21, but he'll let him in.
Can't think of anybody offhand.
What? Not even your roommates? I mean, you live with them, don't you? Don't they know what you do?
Well, yeah, I guess I could invite them along.
Only one comp per person, man. Sorry. You're gonna have to make a choice.
Uh-oh. Oh, hold on a second. What's this?
Dun.
Hold on a second. I'm seeing some warning signs here. According to this, week 8 says winter break. Crucial for relationship.
I feel like we've aimed at Sally.
You want to aim at Sally?
Well, that's who you said you wanted last week, right?
No, that was based on dice roll.
Oh, okay. Well, so we need to decide because we've done a pretty good job of keeping Sally and Isabella tied so far.
Yeah, we've learned. Do you think we've learned enough about Isabella and Sally?
Well, regardless if we have or haven't, this is crucial for the relationship, so we need to choose with what we know.
Does anybody in the chat have an idea of what we should do? Because I'm currently on a iffy point right now. What would you suggest?
I'm up for either.
I picked the cute one. Reach! That doesn't... reach! That trims it down to nothing. It's like that meme. Do you have any idea how little that points it down?
The Dipper Gravity Falls scrap of paper. Pick the cute one. This is worthless.
Oh yeah, that's true there. Mario says we can only do one at a time. If so, Sally first.
Okay, well, so given the way this one works, we probably are just gonna end up doing one for the playthrough because it would probably take too long to do all the others. But depending on if we can go back later, maybe. But I feel like we need to sort of head into this assuming we're only going to get one.
Dancing Red Sox, do you have any choice for it? And while we're making our choice, if you are having fun with this discussion, you can please continue that conversation by going to the Discord. Links in the chat.
The Discord.
Yeah, links in the chat. And while we're at it, we'd like to thank our sponsor, Image Anime. Please be sure to use the code DEESCOUNT, DEESCOUNT 20 for 20% off on in-stock items on their website, imageanime.com through January 1st, 2022. Sponsor? Sell out. Excuse me. We got sponsors. We gonna do it. And while you're at it, if you want to check out other stuff, please check out our D merch at streamelements.com. Link is already in the chat. We got shirts, tanks, sweaters, mugs. Mario likes the mug apparently, so I'm gonna probably get one too. Anyways, apparently everyone's choosing Sally.
Sally it is.
All right. All right then. Yep. Oh man. Okay, you only choose one comp per person. Sorry, you're gonna. Yeah, that was it. That dick. You bring someone along.
Nah, you assholes are my only friends, and I ain't and ain't that just the saddest thing you ever heard?
Memphis dramatically throws himself against the arm of the couch as I roll my eyes at him. We're gonna have a couple of shows this week. I guess I could invite everyone at a time, or I could just pick someone.
Oh, hey guys.
Hey Ann, say, what are you up to tonight?
Packing. I'm going home to visit my folks tomorrow. I'll be back for the new semester.
Oh, that's very convenient.
You're such a sweetie, Annie.
Oh God, please stay. No. She doesn't.
Hey, Memphis is a better person than we are. He and Ann are fine.
Okay, but still.
Max is the only one we need to protect her from.
Okay, fine.
Ugh, I hate that nickname.
Oh, I lost some points there.
Anne rolls her eyes at Memphis, who simply finds the whole thing amusing.
What are you two up to?
Playing tonight's show. Our band's actually headlining.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, it's gonna be incredible.
Speaking of, we should probably get back to it.
Oh, say no more. Have fun, guys. Knock 'em dead.
Oh, that eliminates a choice. Memphis and I go over the show notes until we can recite them forward and backward. I may slack on a lot of things, but this show's got to be good. I know the band can handle it. We just have to get up there and perform. Once we're finally satisfied, I walk to Memphis to the door, then up to my room. The only thing left for me is to decide who, if anyone, I want to bring along. I know. I'll invite Dominic!
No.
No. No. Ha ha ha! No! I'd actually have...
In the immortal words of Weiss Schnee, no.
I'd actually like to have fun tonight, which means Douchnik is off the table. Pretty sure fun is against his religion. Wow, you don't even have Rakesh in here?
My guess is that you have to have them at a certain relationship level to have them as an option right now.
I guess. Alright. Sorry,
Sally it is.
Sorry, Isabella. Maybe Sally will want to come. Besides, if I don't ask her, Memphis probably will. He has a point. You have to have enough points. Oh. Yep, that makes sense, yeah. I head over to her door and knock. I hear scrambling inside for a few moments before she answers.
Who is it?
It's me, Max. Sally opens the door with a look of relief on her face.
Oh, thank goodness. I was afraid it was Dominic. He's been sniffing around a lot lately.
Oh, dear. Oh, wow! Look at her room!
So pink.
It's so pink! It reminds me of that pink I see from Skip Beat. Speaking of which, go read Skip Beat. It's a cool manga. Also, holy crap, it's been going on for a long time now. Wait, wait, this is not the anime podcast, but have you ever checked out Skip Beat?
No, but I know the name. It is a older one.
Oh my gosh, it is legitimately one of like my favorite shoujo mangas. I actually dropped it for a bit because, you know, busy things, and they didn't have any new chapters released in America because I bought the books. Oh god, now that I realize if I buy those books again, that's going to cost me a lot. But then again, you know, what's a few dollars for learning more about a story? Anyways, she ushers me inside quietly while checking the hall to see if Dominic's around.
I have to use that old rickety fire escape ladder just to sneak out for walks. It's like a sitcom in here. I really don't like all the deception, but I know he'd make me get rid of little Veggie.
Seriously? Vegemite?
Shush. So what's up?
Aw, he's so cute! Look at me! He's so happy! Anyways. Sally sits back on her head, gently rubbing the puppy on the tummy. Aw, he looks like he's actually asleep right now, which works out. I'm surprised the little guy doesn't bark, so they couldn't hear.
Yeah, I'm very lucky.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
It's like, gosh, now from a real life perspective, that obviously it'll be fine, but like, if this were real life, I'd be super worried about leaving that dog in the house alone while we go to the show, because if he were to bark or something, then Dominic would find it, and then it'd be a problem. And I'd be like,
You know, I have a weird feeling that might happen. You might have just...
Oh, yeah. I think that Dominic finding out seems inevitable. It has to happen for plot purposes.
And according to Dancing Red Sox, clearly Sally was the right choice, because we got Puppy!
Yeah.
Look at him, toe beans! You've been really cool to hang out with this quarter, and I was just wondering if you wanted to come see my band before.
Oh, did you guys get a gig?
Yeah, we're actually headlining Gaz's at all week. His main band had to bail on him. I convinced him to give us a shot.
That's awesome. I knew you had a performer, Zora. You've definitely got a presence. I mean, I've certainly noticed it about you.
Blushy.
Yeah, let me get Vegemite settled in so he won't make noise, and then I'll get ready.
Won't you need to cage him or something so he doesn't make a mess in your room?
Oh no, I've got him trained on a comfort blanket and a pet bed. As long as he's got them to sleep with, he shouldn't mind me being gone for a few hours.
Oh, so you actually trained him to actually make sure to stay quiet for a while.
Yeah, if she didn't train him, he probably would have been found by now.
Yeah.
The cage would just make him whine. So what time does this all start?
Oh, you got about 3 hours. I've got to go early, or I take you over.
Such a gentleman. But it's fine. I'll make my own way. Thanks for inviting me, Max.
Thanks for coming, Sally. I give Vegemite a few pats on the head before I head out. Watching those two play together is pretty adorable. I'm glad she could break away from him for a bit just to spend time with me. 40! Back in my room, I throw together a few last-minute things and start taking it out to my van. Half hour later, I'm on my way down to the bar.
Would you say that he's
Making his way downtown?
Walking fast?
There you are, jackass. Are you ready to rock this scene?
Damn right. What about you guys? Okay, anyways. The rest of the band gives a yell as I unpack the gear I brought. As we unpack over and go over the song list for the night, Jared grumbles at some of our choices, but Slim is down. We practice a few hours of our rocker numbers while we get a sound check down. Gaz even stays out to listen to practice for a bit. Get our comp names and wish us luck. I can tell he's not really putting a lot of pressure on this. He probably expects the house to be empty. That's fine. It just means we're gonna rock him even harder. Well, it's time for the curtains to go down and people start filtering in. I'm a little worried they'll be disappointed fans of the canceled show out there. We need if there are. They're about to be new fans for us. Yeah, that's a very hopeful look. Alright, boys and girls, it's about time to do this. There are probably a lot of people expecting to see a mediocre college band. This is our chance to hook them. Play this gig right, we played this gig right, and we just bought ourselves a crap ton of new fans. Come on, back alley Flash. This how ain't gonna rock itself. You ready? Baff.
Damn right we are. We were born for this.
We pound fist and take our positions as the curtain rises. Ow. Finally, with the lights in my eyes, I scan the crowd. I think I can make out Sally towards the front, but I'm too busy taking in the audience. It's not small. Hey everybody, glad you can make it out. I'd love to say you all came here to hear me talk, but I'm guessing you all came to rock the hell out. Am I right? The crowd cheers for a bit. Yeah. They're not quite into it, but I rip a quick hook from our first song of the night before I lean back into the mic. Maybe I was wrong, but I don't think so. So what do you say? Want to hear some songs?
Yay!
This time the cheer's a bit louder, and we actually have cheer sounds. We'll win them over for sure. I grin at the band, and then the Slim starts us off with a solid beat. I don't even think I can remember what happened for the next 45 minutes. It was all just a blur of hot music and hotter dancers. By the end of the third song, just about everyone was on their feet. Gas starting the show with half-off well drinks didn't hurt anything. I had to thank you for that. When the curtains finally dropped, the band got together in a giant group hug. We were so ecstatic. Finally, our comps came backstage to us. Slim's giant of a boyfriend. Ow! Gave her a huge bear hug. Seriously, it was like watching a bear rip a willow out of the ground. That was an interesting image. Sally stayed back at first, I guess not wanting to get in our way. After high-fiving Memphis, I hurried over. Sally smiles broadly at me as I come over and give her a big hug. Thanks for coming. What'd you think? Fantastic, right?
That was incredible, Max. You guys put out such an amazing energy. You're all so in sync with each other. It's just incredible.
Yeah, we really brought the house down tonight.
I'm so glad you invited me. I had a lot of fun.
Hey, I'm glad. Hey, we're gonna hang out and have a few drinks and cool off. You wanna join us?
I'd like to, but I should really be getting back. Vegemite's gonna need to go out soon. I'm not blowing you off. Puppies are just really needy.
Yeah, they are. Try to convince her to stay.
Let her go.
Yeah.
I feel like let her go is absolutely the right answer.
Fun fact!
Does the guide say?
No, hey, I understand. I really do. Frankly, I would have been surprised if you stayed. Flattered, but surprised. Sally blushes a bit, but looks relieved as well. She takes my hand and looks up to my eyes.
Thank you for understanding, and thank you for tonight. I really enjoyed myself.
I'm glad you could come out. We'll have to do this again. Have to do something again sometime.
I'd like that.
She grins and gives my hand a squeeze before she turns to head out the door.
Yeah!
Yeah, we're actually reaching up to the 50s! Yeah, he's not so... Dancer Red Sox are like, yeah, he's not so bad. We head out back to the band for some more congratulations as we all head out to the floors of the bar. Gaz comps us some drinks, non-alcoholic, unfortunately, and congratulates us on a great set. Woo! Max is not pawn scum! Yay! Says Mario.
Hooray!
Whoa! Hold on a sec. Look at that typo. Can barely
hear him. Ah. Copy editing.
I can barely hear him talk about the great crowd reaction we got. He's going to give a bigger marketing push to see if he can increase the crowds for the next few nights. I'm still coming off the high of a top-notch performance.
Nice job, asshole.
You too, Dick. You too.
Aw, twoo love.
This has been a really good week. Probably one of the best weeks ever. Bath performed for a standing room. Only crowds all week. Couldn't even invite anyone else to come watch. Gaz had dollar signs in his eyes. This is an incredible start for my band. I even managed to have a great Christmas. I managed to sneak Sally into my last show right before Christmas. Afterwards, we went out to one of my favorite dives and just talked for hours. Heck, we rang in Christmas around 3 a.m., which is the best time to celebrate. Hey, also College Farm. Whoa, did this replace? Oh, that actually replaced. Yeah, that actually replaced it. The football.
Yeah, no, so the interesting thing here is that this takes 12 energy. That is a lot of energy, but it gives us a lot of money.
Yeah, and that's the only active thing too.
Ugh. I don't know if we want to do that, honestly. That's expensive. Go to the other ones that have pubs.
Yeah, it says it pays more. Well,
Yeah.
That does make sense considering we're doing a lot of work compared.
But the thing is, cash is not what we need. So go to the ones that say pub.
That's at night.
I know.
These have
Now, so what you should do is change it to wall climbing. All right, yeah. So what I'm thinking is change all those to wall climbing.
So no, we can't do this last one because it's either a see a play, study, or sleep early.
Okay, now go to the College Farm one again.
You have Clean Park, which is a spontaneous.
What is Cafe Clerk?
Where's There is no cafe. Oh, Cafe Clerk.
Yes, there is.
Spontaneous.
Oh, these are all. It's all high energy.
Yeah.
Spends. Okay, so we don't have a choice there. Well, okay. Well, we're at 100 energy, and we just need to basically be more judicious about skipping events. But we've been pretty good about that so far. Just, if it's not Sally and it's not Isabella, has to be skipped.
Oh, interesting. Oh, interesting here. Found out something more. Selection.
What? Out with it.
Okay, so this helps. So what we did was it is a first step in setting our soul relationship. But it won't be until Valentine's Day till we actually lock in our choice. So, and Dancy Red Sox says take more naps.
Yeah, well, so
We think we got 3.
we might. Three naps is pretty good, and it's just as long as we're skipping all the events we don't need, we should be pretty good.
While I'm doing this.
Yeah, so what I'd say is, so this is just a lot of active, and because we only need a little bit more to get where we need to be for Sally, but might as well.
Yeah, we actually all reached it on spontaneous. We just need
Yeah.
a little more. All right, so we should be fine for now. Let's start.
Now the question is, so yeah, let's get to where we need to be, and then we can start reprioritizing.
Wow, nothing good lasts forever, I guess. Time back to school. I have a few new classes this quarter, and a few continuations from the last quarter. The continuations are luckily being taught by some of the same professors, so I don't have to learn any new names. Yeah, I even see a few familiar faces in the class. Looks like Anne's in here with me. We share a quick nod and we get seated. I also noticed another vaguely familiar face. A red-haired girl. I think I've seen her around, but oh yeah, oh wait, weren't you that girl that acted as the daughter during that?
Yeah. She was during the Halloween event.
Yeah, weren't you that girl during the Halloween event? You were like, man, your art you look cool with that red hair. Anyways, Anne knows me looking and follows my gaze.
She looks like the BFF of Anne who protects her from people like us.
Probably does.
Oh, looks like Roxanne got into this class as well, huh?
So you got Rox and Anne.
Oh.
Oh man. So what you're saying is that if we want to get to Anne, we gotta take care of Rox before she rocks the socks off.
Something like that.
Yeah. Before I can ask more, Professor.
Also, I'm pretty sure this is an anime villain.
Yeah, he looks like one.
He looks like an anime villain, just like one of the ones where it's, they act as the professor, but they actually have a nefarious plan going on. Anyways.
In the words of, God, what was her name again? Oh yeah, words of Cinder from Ruby Chibi, nefarious plan. Anyways. Before I can ask more, the professor strides into the room and throws his notes on the table in front of him. My nefarious plan to take all the rock music away from the world. You dastard!
Gosh, what voice did I use for him?
Gotta fight him with the power of rock. I'm a Goofy Goober! Rock!
Dun 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 dun.
You're a Goofy Goober! Okay.
Rock. Anyways, what voice did I use for him?
I don't remember. Yeah, it's been a while actually.
Oh yeah, I used the voice that I used for Gursky.
Oh,
Voice was somewhere like this. It was Gursky's voice.
Professor Tusk.
Yes, because that's not a pun at all. Welcome back to all of you who didn't flunk out of 101. You're not completely brain dead. Welcome to the class where you actually get started. Although I'll be lecturing, there will be homework. The majority of your grade this quarter is going to come from a paper due at the end of the class. Of course, I'll be expecting your paper to be inclusive to the topics we've discussed in the class, so don't think you can just skip my class all quarter and bullshit your way to a grade A paper.
Well, that's... Oh, okay. I was gonna say, whoa. That's not PG, but okay. Also, crap.
This is not a PG game, my friend. This is absolutely PG-13.
No, I was gonna say... Wait, I didn't say PG-13?
No, you said PG.
Dang it. That is... Crap, that was half my plan.
That being said, as some of you know, I am a tenured professor here. Which means I can indulge in more advanced classroom techniques. If you'd like to know more about it, come see me after class for an extra credit assignment. Otherwise, open your books. I don't plan to be going slowly this quarter, so try to stay awake out there.
Professor drones on for the rest of the class from getting right into the new quarters lessons. By the time the class is done, I already got a page of notes to look over tonight. That's not enough! To me, to be honest, that's not enough. Wait, what?
Check the guide. I assume this is not to our advantage.
Oh, jeez.
This is week 9, Monday.
Come on. Yeah, this is an Anne event.
Oh, an Anne event? Nope. Sorry, Anne.
We
love you, but not like that.
We have to protect you. And by notes, I mostly mean to... God! This... Max! My academic feelings right now are very upset.
Of the professor jumping over Gargura on a moped.
Wait, what did you just say?
Of the professor jumping over Gargura on a moped. It said jumping a shark on a moped.
Oh, and by notes,
same thing.
Mostly me do is of the professor jumping on a... Oh. That makes sense. Most of the purpose would at least give a day or two to get back up to speed. Not this jerk. Either way, I've got enough on my plate without thinking about trying out whatever experiment the professor's got in mind for us. Packing my things with the rest of the students, head out the door. I'm glad to be outside again. Also, why is outside separate?
Yeah, I was like, that's another typo.
Oh dear. Anyways, this is going to be a promising long quarter. Learning. Yes! Who's awesome? I'm awesome. We convene.
This will be Isabella, most likely.
It's Isabella, yes. I just checked.
Cool.
So we'll still do this. I feel like we'll still do this event.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
I think that we can spare enough energy to do 2 people's worth of the events, just not all of them.
yeah. So early in the new quarter, and I've already got a ton of work to do. It's ridiculous. My music's finally starting to get somewhere, and they saddle me with so much homework I'll never leave the house again! Which is why I've made my way over to the cafe. Nothing says I have to stay cooped up while doing a bit of studying.
Is that gonna be it for you?
This'll be fine. Thanks, Isabella. Come back later. I'll make sure to give you a tip.
No need. I've already got one. Don't hit on the waitress. She's almost certainly had it done often and better.
Wow. She winks at me as she sways away from me. Tease that she is. Got my guitar on me. Figure I won't storm out a bit while I eat before I start my homework. Plucking a few chords quietly, and when the door opens and one of my classmates walk in.
I don't. We've seen her before. I can't remember for the life of me where I put her voice.
Max! Oh hey! I didn't know.
Max, oh hey, I didn't know you'd be here.
Did you?
Gonna give her a bit of a, I'm not sure, this is almost Swedish or something. No, this isn't Swedish, I don't know.
Max, me, I
But this
didn't
is
know
this is where her voice is now.
I didn't know you'd be here, don't ya know?
Wait, is this an Isabella event?
Yes, it's Wednesday.
It is?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh hey, Carmen. Already have work to do. Can you believe it?
I know, right?
Don't ya know? Anyways.
And okay, now I don't want the voice there. Dang it. You can pick a new place for the voice. Where am I putting it? Nope.
The Minnesota special there. Anyways, Carmen takes the seat for me, slinging her own bag down next to her. There are enough books that it lands heavily.
Oh my gosh, is that your guitar? I caught your show at Gaz's place over the holiday break. You were fantastic.
Oh really? That's great. Glad you enjoyed it. We had a blast playing.
Oh yeah, I couldn't believe how much fun your show was. I really enjoyed it a lot. I actually told all my friends.
Nah, I don't like that voice either. That feels degrading. I don't want that. No.
Well, we told all your friends. I paid you an exposure.
Oh my god. Yeah, fine. Minnesota it is.
We all came to see you the last night.
Wow, 2 shows. Guess you're my biggest fan, huh? I gave her a smooth wink, and her cheeks reddened a bit. I can't believe I got fans by coming out of the woodwork already. I mean, I've already got cute girls asking for my autograph.
How long have you guys been doing shows like that?
Well, you know, a while. I mean, we haven't exactly hit it big yet, but we're up and comers.
Yeah, you guys have got the talent to go far.
From your lips, cutie. What? Carmen got a pretty cute giggle.
Well, aren't you two getting along famously?
Oh, hey, Isabella. Do you know Carmen? She's one of my classmates. Carmen, Isabella. One of my roommates.
Nice to meet you, Isabella. I'm not very good at I need to really focus on doing the Minnesotan accent.
Okay, and hold on a second.
Nice to meet you, Isabella.
Oh, so hold on. Everyone's saying, Max, stop hitting on everything. And
Oh, trust me. He was worse at the start of the game. Gosh, he was like...
You are pursuing Sally, and to a lesser extent, Isabella.
I've seen you come in a few times. Nice to formally meet... nice to meet you formally. Get you anything? Just a black coffee, please.
I like my coffee black, just like my metal.
Sure thing.
Isabella eyes Carmen a little cautiously as she goes off to get the coffee. And Carmen and I chat a bit more. Carmen seems really interested in what I've been up to. She gets really excited as we chat. God, I'm wondering what the heck they're talking about in that crowd noise. We're both shocked as Isabella...
Ooh, Isabella's jealous.
Oh, we're both shocked that Isabella stumps the coffee down on the table.
Careful, Max. Carmen here might try to kidnap you at this rate.
Interestingly, it says poke fun at Isabella.
Okay.
I don't know. She's pretty cute. If she wants me to tie me up in her basement for a while, I'm sure we could have some fun.
Oh my gosh, I would never.
Carmen's pretty flustered. It's pretty funny. I give her another week and she just blushes and clams up. I'm pretty sure Isabella's mad. She just didn't think of it first.
Oh, whatever. I'm pretty sure she doesn't even know where to get good handcuffs.
Oh my! Hold on. No. Right.
Hit it.
Oh my.
There you go. Isabella throws a grin at me and walks off, shaking her head. I chuckle, but Carmen's still looking pretty flustered. Don't worry, that was just Isabella giving me a hard time. She knows I'll give it as good as I get. 40!
Yeah.
Carmen starts to breathe again, not looking nearly as flustered. We eat and study with each other for a bit longer, enjoying each other's company before she decides to pack it in and head out. I should probably get going as well. Scoot out the door behind her. We wave goodbye as we go our separate ways. Din 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 din. New event Saturday!
New event.
I'm a little surprised the house is so quiet. I know it's only for the first week back, but I was half expecting a big party tonight or something. I wander out of my room to grab a quick snack. Guess it's going to be quiet tonight. Wait, it's week 9.
What?
Hold on a second.
Week 9 Saturday.
It's an Isabel event. Wow, 2 in a row.
Cool.
Jeez.
What? No, that's stupid. We're gonna watch my show. My movie is not stupid. It is fantastic. I think your movie might be the one that is steeped in stupidity.
Ah, there it is. I knew the Latin House crew wouldn't let me down. As I head downstairs, I sneak past the couch towards the kitchen. Looks like Sally, Isabella, or Ketch are arguing over what to watch on the big screen tonight. I make my way into the kitchen for a light snack while I debate whether to join in or not. Dee-dee. Of course!
As much as I am curious about so-and-so's evil twin brother and mistress they share, I think my film will make much better watching. Was that sarcastic? Rakesh, are you being sarcastic? Oh, yes. I learned about it just yesterday. Specifically, so I could use it when referring to shows you like.
God dang, Rakesh!
Again? You're learning all the wrong things from America, my friend.
Alright, you two, knock it off before someone throws a punch.
Oh, hey, Max. Both these guys gave up on listening to me 30 minutes ago.
Well, lucky for you ladies, I was bored up there. I thought maybe you'd all gone out and forgotten to invite me. Instead, I find you here bickering like toddlers.
It's Rakesh's fault. He refuses to bow down to my superior taste. This would be resolved if Isabella would acknowledge that I have brought the better entertainment.
Do you have an opinion, Sally?
Oh, no, you don't. I'm not getting in the middle of this one.
Like that Schwarzenegger fish from Billy and Mandy. I prefer not to get in the middle. Fine. You people are lucky you got me around. Especially you, Isabella. Aww. I give her a wink and she blows me a kiss. Well. Alright, give me the movies. I'll figure out what we're watching tonight. I grab the DVD cases from the two of them. Man, remember DVD cases while they still exist.
They still exist, thank you very much.
Man, I still gotta buy some DVDs myself, to be honest.
If you want to make someone feel old, mention HD DVDs. Rip.
What's the difference?
No, you don't remember HD DVD versus Blu-ray?
No, I have not.
Dude, so it was probably early 2010s really that it was Blu-ray came out about the same time as HD DVDs, and they were both competing to be effectively the next gen format. That they were both higher, just visual and audio fidelity. So just, it was Blu-ray by another brand.
And eventually Blu-ray got the upper hand in the market. A lot of that actually came from the fact that PS3s had built-in Blu-ray players. So at the time that the PS3 was released, it was actually the cheapest Blu-ray player on the market. That it just HD DVD and Blu-ray players themselves were anywhere from $300 to $500 on average, if not more, when they first came out, since it was a new technology. So Sony getting them out there and getting them into a lot of people's houses, especially people who were more likely to invest in newer technology, gave them a huge leg up. And about 6 months later, HD DVD stopped production.
Oh, interesting. So Mario Goes literally ended all ended in one weekend at CES. And it reaches Beast is like HD DVD. What a joke. Blu-ray had top-notch marketing, and HD DVD never stood a chance. PS3, aka the best Blu-ray player on the market back then.
Absolutely.
This is an educational stream, says Dancing Red Sox. You learn! And knowledge is power. Anyways. Grab the two of them, taking a moment to look over them while I consider. Isabella appears to have some sort of TV show bootleg DVD.
Ha!
The back is mostly Spanish, but the word telenovela catches my eyes. Rakesh, on the other hand, handed me some kind of Bollywood movie. His case is mostly in Hindi. I've seen a few posters like this around the web. So what we're saying is we're either going to be watching a telenova or Bollywood.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, I don't know which one. Is
like if this were real life, I'd probably pick the Bollywood film, but
we're here to
but
get
for these purposes, telenovela it is.
Yeah, I was gonna be like, you know what? No, we're just here to get some brownie points here. I want some brownies now. Anyways, the others are starting to look impatient as I mull it over. ¿Por qué? I make a big show looking over both films before I notice Isabella watching me intensely as she runs her tongue over her lips. Really?
Oh my.
Oh my.
Beep. Mario's like Pablo Francisco voice. Maria. I roll my eyes at her, but she just laughs. Alright, fine. You win, Isabella. What is this telenova thing? Isabella actually claps with delight as she grabs the case back away from me and plugs into the player under the big shared TVD. And Reaches Beast is, wow.
TVD?
Reach Beast is saying, wow, subtle much? Yep, that's Isabella. Anyways.
Yeah, no, oh gosh. Just Tay. So, the long story short about all the characters, Rakesh is an art student who I decided to give a French accent because we headcanoned that he studied in France, because I was like, I'm more comfortable doing a French accent than an Indian one. Isabella is horny on Maine and just not subtle about it at all. Sally is
vegan.
She is hippie, peaceful vegan, but not overly aggressively so. That she's like that good balance of, these are my choices. I'm not going to try and force them on everyone. And she's a really good cook. Anne is the shy, bookish girl. And then we have Dominic, who is the jerk of a house manager, RA.
Yeah.
And we're a punk rocker who, in the beginning, was really, honestly, just kind of a jerk and is also kind of horny on Maine. But, yeah.
All right. Isabella actually claps with delight as she grabs the case under the back away from me and plugs it into the player under the big shared DVD. So, is it one of those built-in DVD players?
It says into the player under the big shared TV, so it's hooked up to it.
Oh, you guys are going to love this. I used to watch this show with my mother when I was growing up.
Aw.
Every day I'd get home from school, and before I had to do my homework, Mom would tune the TV and we'd watch for an hour.
Oh my. What follows is essentially a soap opera. The dialogue The dialogue is all in Spanish and there aren't any subtitles. Oh no! So Isabella had to translate everything for us.
Live translation.
Live translation. But man, whew. I don't watch soaps in language. I don't watch I don't watch soaps in languages I do know. I certainly have no idea what's going on here. But Isabella seems pretty happy. There are a couple of scenes that are funny just because of how dramatic everyone's being on screen. To be honest, a lot of soap operas are very dramatic. If you've ever seen a Filipino soap opera, I'm not gonna exaggerate this, but there was this one soap opera where it feels like they're just one big cast, but yet for some reason, someone dies in each episode.
Oh my gosh.
And it's not because it's a curse. It just happens randomly. Like,
Just, hey, you gotta have drama, and what's a good way to force drama? Death.
yes, like one dies from AIDS, which is very sad to see. Another one literally she fell off the balcony inside the house. But
Oh my God.
but the funny thing is that when the thing was that I always remembered is that when she jumped off like she was flying. So I couldn't get that off my mind, saying like,
My
oh
gosh.
it's like
Did somebody get hit by... Wait. Did somebody meet Truck-kun?
Interestingly, no, they were hit by. There was one that got. There was only a car crash.
That doesn't count. That doesn't count.
I know, but God, I was like, I like every time I see the show on, I would just keep watching, and for some reason I never questioned it until like 15 episodes of that, and I was like, wow, a lot of people are dying here. It's like every episode I see, just someone just dies. I'm like, I don't even remember the show anymore because it doesn't even air anymore, and I don't even. Anyways, I'm just telling you, Filipino TV shows are interesting. I would love to explain to you this parody movie called The Revengers.
Oh my God. Did this come out before or after Marvel's Avengers?
After.
Okay, so it was very blatantly named that way.
Yeah. Anyways, overall I don't get it, but everyone had a few good laughs anyway. Isabel, of course, is really into it. At one point, she even takes my hand to proclaim how romantic it was that one of the characters fell for the lady, even though she's really an evil twin.
Dun, dun, dun!
She doesn't let go of my hand for a while, though. It's kind of nice. Finally, the DVD runs out, and we all clap. What?
Pachi, 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 pachi.
Hold on, how does the DVD run out? Anyways.
That means it's done.
I guess.
Thanks, Max. That was a lot of fun. A real blast from my past, you know?
No problem. I enjoyed it too. You have to tell me more about this show some other time, okay?
Ha, I could probably teach a whole class about it, but I'll fill you in sometime.
45! 9 times 5
Yeah.
is 45. Study.
Okay, wow, we're already at the requirement threshold for Sally. That was a lot of active real quick.
So
And we're at 81 energy now.
Do you want to
okay,
switch to
let's-
spontaneous?
Yeah, sure. Let's go on and get spontaneous up to 150, but let's also take a bit more rest time. Well, actually, no. Maybe we don't need to because we just happened to have a lot of events that week that we actually wanted to play,
Yeah,
and we're still at 80. So I feel like we can wait. We're not really desperate for energy management right now.
Okay, so do you still want to go back to the college farm?
Sure, but let's. So that's still active. Go on and change one more wall climbing to the pub. Change the last wall climbing to the pub as well.
You can't. That's
No, the other one at night. Monday.
Monday. DMCA. Anyways, we're good here.
Hey, that actually scans.
So we're good.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh wait, hold on a second. What's this one? Week?
New
It
event.
says number week 10 Monday. Week 10 Monday. Huh.
If it doesn't say anything, that means it's a waste event.
No, but that's for Anne. We're not doing that. I mean, as much as we love to learn more about Anne, we can't.
Anne's great. She's too good for us. That's the mantra here. She's too good for us.
Also, yes, confirmed. No week 10 Monday.
Cool.
Okay. Anyways, time for new class. Hopefully they're going easier. Hopefully they're going easier than my other profs care. This class looked easy on the syllabus, so I've got my fingers crossed. As the final chime sounds, the professor walks in and steps up to the podium in front of the class. Professor Merriweather!
Oh boy. All right, so she's like kind of.
Greetings, all. I'm Professor Merriweather. Welcome to Intro to Anatomy. I'm not one for standing on ceremony, and you're all here to learn. So let's get right to it, shall we?
Wow, that's very blunt. Also, welcome to Intro to Anatomy.
Oh boy, I'm sure nothing will go strangely here.
I question what major is Max even doing.
Well, you assume that there's a certain number of core requirements that all majors have to take.
For starters, let's get a couple of you down here for an example. Any volunteers?
Well, anything's got to be better than sitting up here and falling asleep. I don't sit up or anything, but I stick my hand up in the air. I certainly don't mind showing off my hot anatomy.
Okay, you there. Your name?
Max, ma'am.
Good. Come down here and stand over there.
I start heading down the aisle, stand slightly to the left of the teacher.
All right, let's see who else we've got. Yes, right there, Max. Who else? Butch. Please come here in front of the class.
Who, Butch? Hit!
It's him. It's Wadsworth.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Now the question is, I'm going to say that he was putting on that accent for the Halloween party and that was not his normal voice.
I had requested that you use my middle name, Terrence, please, Professor.
Butch Terrence.
What a name.
Wait. Your name is Butch Pipsqueak? Are you sure that's not your older brother? The guy looks flustered. I'll admit I'm doing my best not to smile. So his first name is Butch. His middle name is Terrence. So does his last name start with an S so we can have the initials BTS?
BTS. God. Anyway.
The guy looks flustered. I have to admit I'm doing my best not to smile.
Which is why I go by my middle name. Nobody ever thinks I'm a Butch. Sorry, no nicknames.
What an ass! Screw you, lady.
Reaches Beaches, Army, where you at? Anyways.
But moving on. Butch, you stand to my left.
Butch grumbles but stands to her left.
So, anatomy. We've all got it. This is an intro to it. I'm assuming you all took high school level biology class, yes? I don't have to start with the basics.
Wow, very hey, it's like, hey,
These are two humans. You've all got that. All right. You can never tell with a couple of public schools, with the state of public schools these days.
Ouch.
So let's take a look at these two specimens. Two members of the same species, same gender, sexual dimorphism is at a minimum. Still, we have to see how genetics and biology affect the two members of the same species. One of these specimens is clearly working on defining the muscle structure he was given a little better. Both should have the same anatomical parts, but you see here how these parts can be molded by different factors.
I think she just told the class I'm cut. I should be mad, but I definitely see some of the chicks in the crowd giving me a good look over, so I guess I'll give her a pass. The professor continues on like that for most of the hour, talking about the difference between the two of us.
Also, what a bitch. She just, not only did she not respect Terrence's, name request, but also just, low-key insulted him here.
It's like, look at that shorty McShort. Anyways, the professor where the difference between the two of us, where evolution likely played a part, what parts are most likely holdovers from our oldest times. It probably would have been a fascinating lecture if I didn't have to be a living doll for her to point at the whole hour. How tenured is she? Yeah. Finally, she both gestures. Oh yeah, that's what. Yeah, definitely Mario. Finally, she gestures for Butch and me to sit down. We head back to our seats as she finishes up her lecture. When the bell rings, everyone flies out a little overwhelmed.
Files.
Oh, Files overwhelmed.
Oh, Max, Butch, would you come here for a moment, would you?
Damn, I was almost out too.
Thanks for being my guinea pigs today. It's always nice to have such volunteers. Oh, and glad to see you stuck to 102, Butch.
Yes, well, I need the credits, Professor Merriweather.
I hope I can count on you both to volunteer to help me in the future. I mean, this doesn't seem like an event. And I assume that this would just get us extra credit or something, so I think we can say we're happy to help.
Hey, you just hold a room full of hot co-eds. What a stud! Oh, hey, you just told a room full of hot co-eds. What a stud I am. You need any more help like that? Let me know. I'm always happy to stud.
That was not at all the point of my lecture, young man. You should probably have paid closer attention.
Well, I would if that dang projector light wasn't in my face.
But at least you'll be interacting. I know your type well. You can probably use the extra credit.
Oof.
All right, go on. I'll see you next time.
All right, hold on a second. Dancer Red Sox. I remember a biology teacher comparing the tallest and shortest kids in class to show genetic differences. I don't know if it's an unusual thing if you do it nicely. Also,
Yeah, no, it's like it's totally fine if you say it nicely. Of just like, yeah, so some people, and that's also something that, yeah, it's just, well, this person's taller, this person's shorter, and especially for something like that where you clearly have no control over what is going on there.
Look at this hot stud right here on the left of me, and look at this one in my left. You can see that the genes were not that strong. As we leave, Butch gives me a shrug.
Well, no, Max is the only one wearing jeans. I think that Terrence is wearing slacks.
All right. No, God damn it, Joel. You got me there. Anyways, as we leave, Butch gives me a shrug and a long-suffering sigh. I know what he means. This is going to be a long quarter. That was actually... anyways.
So I think we should probably stop here because it's 4 of.
We should...
Because we're not doing an event in under 5 minutes. No way.
Okay. Well, but you could say that was a very interesting one.
Yeah, no, tonight was good. We had, the anatomy class. We had the special winter concert event, which was cool. We got to give Isabella a pep talk. We had a Nerf war. We had the movie night. There was a lot of good ones. Really enjoying this so far.
Yeah.
And so we've decided that Sally is the one that we're going for as our primary, but we're going to continue to pursue Isabella to get her extra scenes. And I do enjoy that because, I think Isabella is the most fun to play just because she's so completely wild and just unabashedly just, flirty. And that's fun to play. That's fun to voice. But Sally as a character, I do enjoy more.
So
Sally feels more human in her writing.
It does. Man. That was really good. And I'm legit enjoying how this has been going.
Yeah.
But it's really hard.
Is continuing to overperform.
And I do have to agree with your points, but man, it's been really hard deciding between Sally and Isabella.
Yeah. No, I've enjoyed both of them.
I'm just telling you that
and
right now.
if it were possible to do what we did with Nicole where we could get all the endings, I would definitely want to, but given how the game is paced and how you need to have the investment earlier on in, the fact that there's the rest mechanic, because otherwise we would just play every event. but the fact that we need to actually conserve energy, it feels important. But then again, we've done a pretty good job at staying above 50% energy the whole way, so maybe we can start doing an event here or there.
Yeah.
So we can see.
Let's hope we actually.
But anyways,
You have anything to say?
anyways, thank you all so much for tuning in. I'm Joel. He's RJ. We're here every Thursday night. We're going to be keeping up with Roommates for a while until we finish it. Just keeping on. Not actually sure how long it'll take, but we're having a good time. So hope you'll tune in next time. Tomorrow, Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be back along with Mario and Emmy, because Franji will be out tomorrow, for episode 49 of the D-Kai podcast, our weekly anime podcast. It was Emmy's birthday last week, but she had to be out, so we're actually going to be celebrating her birthday this week, and she's going to be deciding the topic. I actually forget what topic she chose, but it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. So hope you'll tune in for that tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. And then Saturday, the 20th, we are doing a special radio drama presentation of The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya's Endless 8, the classic anime Groundhog Day episodes. It's going to be done with a 8-person cast, including Mario, myself, and Celeste from our usual radio drama cast, but the other 5 parts will be done by guest performers from Digital Era Entertainment's history. So people who have interacted with Digital Era Entertainment on either other productions or people that have been met through cons. So it's going to be sort of a little bit of a new Avengers type feel. And there's 8 people, 8 roles. And for each of the 8 episodes, we will be rotating, meaning by the end of the show, everyone will play every role. So, for instance, I start out episode 1 as Mikuru, but in the last episode, I'm the inner voice of Kyon. So that'll help keep things engaging, even though it's going to be the same thing almost 8 times. So we hope you'll tune in for that. And then next Saturday, the 27th, we are doing Ghostbusters. I'm going to be playing Lewis. We just actually got the casting finalized today, so I get to play that sad sack that gets possessed and turns into Vin's Clorthos. And Mario's standing out for that one. But we've got a really good cast. Celeste and Sean are going to be Venkman and Ray Stantz, respectively. And the two of them have known that they're 2 of my good friends from college. So they know each other as well as any 2 people in the cast. So I'm actually really, really excited to hear them playing off each other for that. So yeah, we hope you'll be able to tune in for both of those. And as always, Digital Era Entertainment has wonderful nerdy content going here at Digital Era Twitch most nights of the week. Please follow us on Twitter or Facebook, or just join our Discord. And you'll be able to get notifications whenever we go live and for all of our wonderful nerdy content.
Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and follow us across social media for updates. Thanks for watching!